Next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Who knows who they might be tonight? The cook from David's country house, or perhaps Lee's parole officer. Tonight, each of David's team will claim the connection, and it's up to Lee's lot to work out who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Liz. So, start with you, Joe. What is Liz to you?
Well, this is Liz, and when she was a baby, I accidentally dropped her in a pond.
There will be time. There will be time. Larry, would you tell us what Liz is to you?
This is Liz, who taught me basic bar skills before I went to work in the Queen Vic.
OK. And, David, what is Liz's connection with you?
This is Liz, and together we are writing a guide to the castles of Britain.
Chillingly plausible. Lee's team, where do you want to start?
I think we've got to start with Joe. What are you talking about?
When I was about 7.
7?
7 or 8, yeah. Me and my two brothers were looking after Liz, and she was a baby. She was about, I don't know, well, how old is a baby? Like,
I don't know. You decide, Joe. It's your story.
Who was the oldest looking after the baby?
Yeah, that's right.
My brother.
He was how old?
He's a year and a half older than me.
So he was 9 and a half,
yeah.
And his role was the chief leader of looking after the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what a great job you all did, may I say. Apart from the dropping it in the pond bit.
Why were you near a pond?
Because I lived in the country, and, ooh, there's ponds in the country, Carol.
Being rude to Carol Vorderman's not going to get you out of trouble, Joe.
To be honest,
How did the actual dropping happen in the pond?
We were playing catch with her.
Oh, come off it. You were playing catch?
We're just kind of trying to make her laugh, just throwing her to...
Right.
I think we should move on to castles.
I absolutely think we should move on to castles.
Yeah.
with the first question, what's your favourite and why, Dave?
I have two favourite castles, and they're because castles I discovered as a child.
Right.
And they, not on my own, they've been previously discovered by... One is a castle in Wales, in the Mumbles, near Swansea, and that's called Oystermouth Castle.
It's called what?
Oystermouth Castle.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, but hang on, what are you thinking
But
about?
what kind of castle is that?
That's a sort of Norman... I think a sort of late Norman kind of castle with a keep and a...
What do you like about Oyster Castle?
Oyster Mouse.
I like it because it's quite a sort of traditional, old-fashioned castle with a moat and
An
a wall
old-fashioned
around it.
castle.
They all tend to be traditional.
That's amazing, that.
As opposed to these new modern ones with stone cladding.
It has always been irritating to me that very few castles completely adhere to what I imagine being the typical castle.
What was yours again, Larry?
Larry, yeah, what was yours again?
Definitely.
This is the lady who taught me my basic bar skills for when I was working in EastEnders.
And what are the
Working
three
at the
most
Vic.
important bar skills that you now have?
My character is supposed to have spent years working in the bar and pub business. So, you know, it's timing. It's not just a case of, you know, pull a pint. You've got to pull a pint and be talking to a customer, taking money.
What sort of lines might you say, Larry?
You might say, how you doing, sunshine? Or, like...
Did you go to her or did she come to you?
No, you go to her.
And is that near the studios?
Like, this has been years of,
They've been doing this for, evidently, 8 years. I've only been there for a year and a half, and it's just an induction thing. So automatically, what happens?
Did Barbara Windsor go?
Barbara Windsor had to go after, because she's been there for sort of nearly 20 years.
So for 20 years...
Yeah.
Then they said, OK...
Yeah.
It's been OK so far, but we've decided...
Yeah.
Suddenly... The first 14 years was great, but now it's about time you had a bit of bar training, because we can't keep putting up with you missing that pint pot anymore. Pouring it over your head and then your bra falls off.
We need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Liz Joe's pond playmate, David's fellow castle expert, or Larry's bar tutor?
What do you think, Russell?
I think castle.
Why do you think castle?
Because Dave's an intelligent man and will have lots of little hobbies and stuff.
This is definitely Larry. It's definitely, it's not Joe. That's
Let's
completely
go with you, then.
inconceivable. You would not give a very small baby to 3 very young children, not even in the 60s.
Who went in the water to get the baby out?
My brother Bill.
No.
Well, because he had the right beak shape.
Lee, I'm going to push you for an answer, Lee.
Larry, say Larry.
I'll say Larry. I'll go with it too. I'll say Larry.
You're saying it's Larry.
I don't think any of them are true.
OK.
It's true.
Liz, would you like to reveal your true identity?
I know Jo. She dropped me in a pond when I was a baby.
Yes. We've actually got a photo of the two of you together.
The fear in her face.
Liz, congratulations. I don't know why I'm congratulating you for being thrown into a pond. And thank you so much for coming, Liz. Yes, it's actually true. Liz was dropped in a pond as a baby, and it was Jo who accidentally dropped her, and then accidentally skipped away laughing. She also accidentally strapped her to a breeze block and tied her up in a sack full of kittens, but that's Jo, ever so clumsy. So, Richard, what is Pauline to you?
This is Pauline. Last year we met at a Snoop Dogg gig and we bonded because we were the 2 oldest fans in the room.
David, how do you know Pauline?
This is Pauline. When I was a cub, she was the Arcala and she had to take me out of the scout hut once for asking too many questions when we were being given a talk by the police.
And finally, Greg, your relationship with Pauline?
This is Pauline. She's my mum. She once drove past me when I was having my first fight and got out of her car to cheer me on.
Lee's team, where do you start?
Greg, how old were you on this first fight?
12?
Right. And so where was this, at school?
No.
Where was it?
Outside...
Outside the music room?
It was in a street.
In the street?
Yeah.
Who were you fighting?
I honestly can't remember his name. He was a lad, and he was in the year above me. And I remember he had fairly distinctive red hair.
Is that why you fought him?
I fought him because he'd fought one of my friends.
Oh, OK, so this was like a...
Revenge.
You were like doing a heroic gesture.
Yeah.
And he was older than you?
Yes.
What was your friend called?
Well, I'm from Shropshire, so he was called Chinese Dave.
Is everyone called Chinese Dave in Shropshire?
No, I just think he was called Chinese Dave, and I honestly don't know the reason, because he certainly wasn't Chinese. I think it's because he used to wear a hat.
No, that would be it. That would be it.
That'll be it, probably.
What was your fighting technique, do you recall?
It was a sort of windmill of bones, just like this.
Windmill of bones. I give you the windmill of bones.
What was your mum shouting at you by way of encouragement?
I mean, as I recall, it was just get in there.
Do him, yeah.
Get in there, son, is what I...
And was she there the first time you had sex?
This was in the street. Your mum was driving.
Yeah.
Past you. Saw you.
She knew about the attack on Chinese...
Dave,
yeah. Who wears a hat.
So I presume she saw what was going on and thought, oh, it's good that my son is avenging Chinese Dave's...
So, did she get out of the car or just do it from the
from the
window?
window.
Was it a drive-by?
She got out.
Who didn't win the fight? Did your mum then... Surely she stepped in and stopped her, or did she say, keep fighting?
Well, let me tell you, Patsy, the fight came to a fairly abrupt end.
Why?
And I'm going to give you some very specific detail now.
Thank you.
Because I was chewing polos during the fight.
Please, no, you're not going to try and convince us that they came out and your mum thought it was teeth.
Hear me out. I got caught in their mouth, and literally I spat polos everywhere. And my mum went, oh no, it's teeth, it's teeth!
What's your mum called?
Pauline.
Has she got a nickname, like Heckling Pauline or anything?
No, although I would tell you, she has an impressive history, because she was in a play fight with my dad once, and he locked himself in a toilet, and to get to him in the play fight, my mum punched a hole through a door. So there's obviously a violent streak in this one. It is true, though. It's definitely true. That is my mum.
Who's next? Who are you going to do next?
OK, so we'll go with David, shall we?
Yes.
David, just let me recap. Am I right in saying that there was a talk by the police at the Cubs?
Yeah.
And you asked one too many questions to the policeman?
Yes, I was full of questions.
What kind of questions were you asking?
Well, I was asking about various, issues involved in fighting crime.
How old were you?
I think I was about 8.
Right. What kind of crime-fighting questions were you asking?
Well, there was a problem, I felt. There was a problem with vandalism and graffiti in the area.
At that age, you're supposed to be taking part rather than complaining about it. That's OK. Different upbringings, that's fine. What are the questions?
I asked a lot about the locks in Cagney and Lacey. I was, at the time, very aware of the security measures in all of those flats in New York and the big locks on the doors. And I said, why don't we have locks like that? And how can we keep burglars out if we don't have locks like that?
Right.
And the policeman was saying how you can't keep out a determined burglar. And I was saying, well, why do we lock the doors at all, then? But I wasn't really aware that he was supposed to be trying to get on with the talk and the questions would happen at the end and maybe they wouldn't all be asked by me.
Where was this Cubs?
It was in Headington.
Headington?
Where I grew up.
Well, I know that. I don't think you travelled.
Yeah.
I assumed it was where you lived, otherwise that would be bonkers. Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Newcastle, but that ain't
No, my
travel.
parents had heard about a very good Cub Scout group about 400 miles away, and they thought about driving me there to get the very best training in tying. Yeah, absolutely. But
what badges did you get, David?
Don't talk about badges in front of Richard. Richard, remind us once again of your truth.
Pauline and I met at a Snoop Dogg gig.
Oh, where was he playing?
It was at the Forum in Kentish Town.
When was this? What year?
Last year.
Last year.
So he was called Snoop Dogg because he's been called a lot of things.
Well, he certainly has. In the olden days, he was Snoop Doggy Dogg, but now just Snoop Dogg.
But whereabouts were you in the Forum? Whereabouts were you watching the show from?
Well, we met when there was a delay, as there often is at rap concerts. There's sort of an hour delay, so I went up to the little bar.
Why is there a delay?
Well, because it's Snoop. You don't rush Snoop.
Who supported him? Did he have a support act?
Yeah, Corrupt.
What was
with a K.
With a K, wow.
With a K.
I'd have left after then.
What was his hair like, Snoop's? How was he wearing his hair?
He was wearing his hair, he had sort of cornrows, essentially.
He knows all the words, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's definitely read up on this.
Yeah. And so you guys, your eyes met across the...
No, in this delay, I went up to, there's a little quieter bar upstairs, and I went up there to play a bit of Scrabble on my phone.
Oh, come
Because I was with younger people and they were enjoying the support act, they were enjoying the fact that there was a delay and there was loud music playing, I was enjoying it less.
Yeah.
Pauline was reading a book.
Right.
So I thought, OK, she's quite bored as well of this thing. So, anyway, I'm playing my thing. She said, well, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm playing Scrabble on my phone. She said, I didn't know you could play Scrabble on a phone. Right. So I showed her, and then we started playing Scrabble on a phone, have done ever since. And then...
Ever since? Well, you're going out with each other now.
You know what, Lee? Early days. Early days. Okay?
Have you actually met up with Maureen since?
Pauline.
You're not going to be able to dissect us with those blunt little...
So, Lee, where's this leading you? What are you thinking, Lee?
Patsy, do we believe any of these people? Because they're all sounding chronically untrue.
The Chronic, of course, was one of the first albums Snoop was on. Dr.
Why
Dre's
did
The
you...
Chronic.
I could see David in his Cub shorts and being worried about the graffiti. He's sort of the sort of person that it would have upset him. And
I'm intrigued by this slight physical resemblance between Greg and the lady.
I know what you mean, yeah. Do you mind standing up, Greg, again? Would you stand next to this lady you claim to be your mother?
Next to my mum?
Well, let's call her a woman for now. Right. Now... I'm guessing, for this mean average to work out, your dad is the Jolly Green Giant.
No, but you see, Lee, it's a fact that a son has to be taller than their mum.
it's either Richard or Greg, I think. So that's my answer.
So you think it's...
I think it's Richard.
You think it's Richard? You think it's Richard or Greg?
Yeah.
Don't
Tim, say
forget
Richard.
What are you going to
the
say?
Scout Hut one. The
sorry. Sorry, are you still here?
The Scout Hut.
OK, I need an answer, and I really do need it now.
We're going for David. He's trying to double bluff me at the end, so I'm going to go with
saying
David.
it's David?
And if it is David, I'll be so happy now.
You're saying it's David?
I think it's David.
OK, Pauline, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Pauline. I am Greg's mother. And...
Yes, Pauline is Greg's mum, and she did cheer him on when he had his first ever fight. It must have been awful to see him fighting.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Pauline.
You're welcome.
So, Chris Tarrant, what is Sid to you?
This is my dentist, Sid, and I had to drive her to A&E after biting her finger during a checkup.
Right, Mel, could you explain how you know Sid?
This is Sid. We once posed as members of an orchestra to gain backstage access to meet our idol.
Finally, David, what is your relationship with Sid?
This is Sid. Last year...
Sorry. There's something about you. I don't think you know any women or anyone called Sid.
In which case you'll be saying that it's a lie.
Correct.
This is Sid.
Lie.
This is Sid. Last year, she rescued me when a seaside donkey went haywire with me on its back.
Can I just say, I retract my earlier comment. True.
So, there we have it. Chris's disgruntled dentist, Mel's orchestral imposter, or David's seaside saviour. Lee, where do you want to start?
Where should we start? Let's start with Chris. What was she doing that made you bite down so hard?
She's actually a very accomplished dentist. Her real name is Sydney Matthews. She is the junior partner in a company called Matthews and Priddy in Weybridge in Surrey.
Whoa.
Who are
Sorry,
top
her real name is
dentists.
Sydney.
Sydney.
Sydney, girl's name Sydney.
I couldn't understand what he was saying, but now someone shouted it really loudly in Welsh. It's a lot clearer. so, sorry, Chris, say it again.
I fixed up to go and have a temporary crown taken out and put the proper one in.
Oh, yeah. Coronation, was it? You're getting above yourself, Tarrant.
So she starts doing this little bit of drilling, and of course you've got so much drilling in now. I'm going, it really hurts, I want to unattack it. And she said, what? At which point I bit her finger, in fact 2 fingers, really quite badly. And she is pouring blood.
And does Sid treated you since?
No, but she's due to in about 3 months, so I'm trying to be quite nice to her.
Right, do you want to move on to another suspect?
David, what did it do, the donkey?
It ran suddenly in one direction with me on its back.
No.
Yes.
Where were you? I bet he says Blackpool.
No, I was on the beach. It was in Norfolk.
And a beach in Norfolk. Do you know which beach? I know Norfolk quite well. Which beach in Norfolk was it?
Oh, damn. It was Great Yarmouth.
When was this?
It was last year.
Do they let adults ride donkeys?
Good question. Ask him.
Yes, they do. They did. I got on the donkey, it went haywire. What? You saying I'm a liar? The donkey went haywire and Sid rescued me.
But what scared the donkey?
Yeah, I can answer that.
What scared...
You haven't explained why you were on the donkey. When I look at you, I don't think donkey.
Thank you.
I think Mel does.
The aim was... One child of some friends of mine wanted to have a donkey ride and then sort of was a bit nervous of the donkey ride and I said, well, I'd have a donkey ride to sort of demonstrate that it was, you know, fine and safe.
Oh, so it was a disaster.
It was a disaster.
Yeah.
It was an absolute disaster. A very, very sad day.
Did you have to pay for the ride?
I think so, yeah.
Do you remember roughly what that was?
I think roughly about £1,000. Might have been less than 1,000. Certainly not a million.
Would it be
not
fair
a
to
million
say,
pounds. And it wasn't like 4p.
David, how did Sid rescue you?
She had a geographical advantage on the donkey, because I don't think I'm being rude to Sid to say that she probably couldn't have matched this crazed beast for speed. She was over where the donkey was headed, sort of near there, and was able to intercept and grab the bit of string that's attached to a donkey's face.
It's like having Zara Phillips with us, isn't it? Yeah. It really is.
I've literally never seen a donkey in your life.
Right, what about Mel, then?
Just remind us again of your story.
This is Sid.
Yeah.
And we once posed as members of an orchestra.
Yeah.
To meet our idol.
Right.
Who's the idol, just for fun?
Leslie Judd, the ex-Blue Peter presenter.
You don't need to tell me who Leslie Judd is.
So, does Leslie Judd also play in an orchestra?
Not that I know of.
What was she doing there?
What was she doing there?
She was hosting the event.
Where was it?
It was in Oxford Town Hall.
And you were how old?
16.
You say you posed as orchestra members. How did you go and buy an instrument?
We borrowed from a friend, funnily enough, a cello case.
Well, that's all you'd need, because one of you gets in it.
Yeah.
So hang on, when you were 16, I'm just thinking this through. Leslie Judd, as we all know, is a Blue Peter presenter back in the glorious heyday
Fab Four. The Fab
Blue
Four.
Peter. Exactly.
Notes, Purvis, Singleton, Judd.
When
Yeah.
grown-ups used to...
Yeah.
When grown-ups used to host
Exactly.
Blue Peter.
Yeah.
Great times.
Did it work?
We got past security.
I'm not sure about this security business, to be honest with you. I can imagine a meeting.
Town Hall.
Oxford Town Hall, where they're going, here we go on next week. Leslie Judd is hosting an orchestra. We're going to need some security.
Did she sign anything for you?
She did, yep. I had a Blue Peter annual.
Yeah.
I think Leslie was in circus gear on the front.
I've got that one.
Oh, that's
All right, we need an answer, so... What are you going to say?
I think it's Chris.
You think Chris
Because
bit a lady?
Sid, more importantly,
Yeah.
looks like she could be a very good dentist.
No, you see, I have to disagree. I disagree. If we're going by looks alone, I'd say she's more likely to have manhandled a donkey. Well, we can't just go by looks, can we?
I think she looks like a really lovely friend of Mel's.
We need an answer, so...
Alex thinks it's Chris. Are you sticking with that?
I'm sticking 100%.
And Lee, presumably, you think me?
Despite my real gut reaction that it's David, I would say, of the two, we will go with Mel. Or will we go with Chris?
Split the difference. Me!
Go on, let's say Mel.
You're saying Mel. OK, so, Sid, would you like to reveal your true identity?
My name is Sid, and Mel and I posed as members of an orchestra in order to meet our idol.
Yes, Sid and Mel did once pose as members of an orchestra in order to get backstage and meet Leslie Judd. Thank you very much, Sid. So, Nick, what is Claire to you?
Well, this is Claire. I was once so peckish that I broke into her cottage to steal a tube of Pringles.
Jason, how do you know Claire?
This is Claire. I once called her to drive my car from the roof of a multi-storey car park because I was too scared to.
Right. David, what is your relationship with Claire?
This is Claire, and she is my dentist, whose earring I swallowed mid-procedure.
Well, there we have it. Is Claire Nick's burgled buddy, Jason's multi-storey mate, or David's dozy dentist? Lee's team, where'd you start?
Jason, let's start with you. How old were you?
I was like 20.
Have you just started driving at this point?
Yeah, I just passed.
So you'd managed to get to the top?
Yeah.
Why did you find going down worse than going up?
It was a different way down than it was coming up. One of them like really tight spirals.
But it was a spiral going up too, wasn't it?
No, it was up the ramp and then along the car park and then up the next ramp and along the car park. So.
Did you know Claire before?
Who is she? What's the
She's
relation?
a friend's mum.
Friend's mum?
Yeah, yeah.
Auntie, niece, all the whole thing.
Which friend?
Steve.
Oh, so Steve.
So Steve, your age?
Steve's my age, yeah.
And that.
I mean, you look about the same age.
That's the mum.
I mean, again,
she's like 55.
That's I don't know.
I'll tell you what, Jason. If it's not your person and you're not telling the truth,
no, I know.
This is going to be a hell of a green room conversation.
No, she looks phenomenal for it. I'm just saying.
Keep going.
Yeah. Why did you call Claire of all people?
Oh, where I parked was at the Arndale Centre in Manchester, and Claire works there.
What does Claire do? Where does she work?
Oh, I think it's one of the jewellers in...
Hang on a minute. How did you ring her?
Just on my phone.
On your mobile?
Yeah.
When you're not 20 years ago?
It wasn't 20. Come on now.
18 years ago?
See, not nice, is it?
14 years ago.
14 years ago.
Jason is 34.
You're 34?
Yeah, and that's not even a lie. That's true.
And you had...
Wow, have you had a really hard life?
Yeah.
And you had Claire's work number on your cell phone.
She had a mobile number as well.
So, sorry,
like Steve's
you
mum's
had
number.
your mate's mum's number on your mobile?
Yes, I had my friend's mum's number.
What have you got it down as? Sweet Cheeks, Claire?
Steve's mum.
OK, who would you like to question next?
OK, Nick. So you broke into this lady's house for Pringles, did you say? You mean the crisp or the jumper?
So where did all this happen, Nick? Paint the picture for us. Where are we?
We're on holiday.
We're on holiday. Where?
People at home are now banging the TV.
Somebody hit pause.
Where were you?
I was in Italy.
Italy?
Italy?
Well, that's narrowed it down. Where in Italy were you?
I was in...
Pause.
I'll give you a clue. Could be Rome. Milan? Venice, Florence. That's just...
Near Florence.
You were near Florence. How do you and Claire know each other?
She was also on holiday.
I want to know, did you know Claire before you went to Italy?
I did.
So you're near Florence. You've got... You've hired some cottages close to each other?
Exactly.
And what happens?
Well, I'm in my cottage, raiding the larder.
Yes.
Looking for things to eat. And I thought, I know what I need.
Right.
Crunchy nut cornflakes. Hey, Rob.
They are ludicrously tasty.
So how did you get into the cottage?
I sort of tried the... You know, you get blinds on a holiday cottage, those sort of shutters. That's the word I'm after.
Yeah.
So I tried the shutters. Spotting that one was open, I thought, I tell you what, I could probably squeeze in.
What time of day was this?
Just before lunch.
So you got in
Why
through
didn't you wait
the
for lunch,
window.
then?
Nice work.
So the shutter is a little bit open, but isn't on the other side of a shutter a glass window?
Yeah, but it wasn't locked.
She's not security conscious, this
I can
woman.
shimmy
I'm
in.
surprised she's working on a jewellery counter, to be honest with you. Or have I got these stories mixed up?
I think so.
How did you get out of the cottage?
I opened the door.
You opened the door?
And I surreptitiously, hiding the Pringle tube down my shorts, I...
Oh, big head.
My wife said, are those curiously shaped, Chris? Are you just pleased to see me?
What was it?
Did you never...
Why did you go to the shop?
Because we're on a holiday. We weren't near a shop.
Why did you go on holiday at a place that's not near a shop?
That's not a prerequisite of a holiday, is it? Are there shops, though? That's what I need to know. Never mind the view.
What I'm hoping for is a long dis, a 2-minute walk.
And then did you tell Claire what happened, or are you telling her this now on the telly and she's finding it out for the very first time?
That would be a brilliant phone call. We'd like you to come along to see your old friend Nick. Why? There's something he wants to tell you.
When did she find out?
I think my children revealed the secret.
Wouldn't it have been easier to have one of them go through the window?
That is a very good point. Why did you do that, Fagin?
All right, now what about David?
David, could you just remind us again how you know Claire?
This is Claire, and she's my dentist.
Oh, yes.
Whose earring I accidentally swallowed mid-procedure.
OK.
What kind of earring was it?
It was just a stud.
What was the procedure?
It was a dental procedure. No, it was actually a cleaning.
Not polishing, a cleaning.
I won't clean my teeth myself.
So you pay her at a dentist's rate to do hygienist's work?
I want an expert. Yeah. I get a brain surgeon to clean behind my ears.
What made it suddenly just fall out?
Did you grab at her in terror?
No, I didn't. No,
I'm scared.
You make me seem so sexy. No, I think it was just simply gravity.
Something has to ruffle your ears.
Yes.
Oh, David, you didn't. Goodness sake, man. You can't blame it on the Novocaine. You knew what you were doing.
So you're laying back
Yeah.
in the dentist chair or the hygienist chair.
Yes.
And she's leaning over you to use the cleaning apparatus.
Yeah.
It's hard to swallow even liquid when the hygienist is working in your mouth. How did you manage to swallow an earring?
Well, I didn't try to. It just went... And I felt it just a slight...
So you didn't you didn't swallow at the time?
I felt nothing more than a sort of... No, I didn't go, ooh.
So you swallow the earring. Do you get the earring back and give it to Claire at your next appointment?
Yeah, that's a good question. Did it ever get back to Claire?
It did not. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared to do that.
Were you sat on the toilet at any point and there was a sort of definitive...
Bing.
Definite clink noise as metal hit porcelain?
No, I think it must have been deeply embedded in...
When you...
Oh, God, give us a minute.
It must have come out, mid-log.
Yeah. You could have at least used it for a very unusual game of pass the parcel.
So you were having...
It's unusual. The adjective you want to use.
The right word. Unusual's probably not a strong enough word. Sorry, kids, the clown's cancelled. But in better news, David's brought his little thing to show. Stop the music. I don't even want the earrings.
All right, well, we need an answer.
What do we think? Because they're all sounding unbelievable to me.
I tend to believe Jason.
Jason, you think he panicked getting out of the car park? Sarah, what do we think?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if Nick was being vague on purpose about where the cottage was. When they come to him outside of number 10, have you ever noticed some, crumbs of crisp just falling from his mouth at the last minute before he goes...
And in the background, a slightly opened window.
Yes.
What about David, though? I mean, you're not
we
even...
were actually entertaining that.
So, what are you going to say?
I say Jason.
You say Jason?
So I'm drawn towards Nick's story being true, but I don't know. I'm happy to go with the boss man here.
I think we might have to go with Jason.
You're going to say it's Jason. OK. Claire, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Claire, and Nick stole my Pringles.
Thank you very much, Claire. So first off, Ronnie, what is Paul to you?
This is Paul. Paul, I found one morning bound and gagged in a bunker on the golf course next to our house.
David, would you tell us how you know Paul?
This is my driver, Paul, and he refuses to drink pints because his hands are so small.
And finally, Sarah, your relationship with Paul?
This is my news agent, Paul, and he once asked me to watch the shop for 10 minutes, and by the time he came back, I'd broken a window and there was a little boy had his head stuck in a crisp box.
Right, there we are. Ronnie's gagged golfer, David's small-handed driver, or Sarah's unfortunate newsagent. Lee, where would you like to start?
Ronnie?
Yes.
This bunker?
Yes.
What were you doing? This is early in the morning.
Very early in the morning, because I go out very early in the morning, about maybe 7:15, 7:20.
On the golf course?
On the golf course.
In case anyone wants to use you as a tee.
is upsetting.
It is upsetting.
Mind you, I shouldn't worry, because the other day I walked out in my big golfing flat hat and the greenkeeper rushed out and says, these bloody mushrooms are early this year. Well, thank you.
So you saw him on the... You saw him...
To be truthful, the two dogs, they went into the bunker. I thought, well, they're sniffing about that. And I went over there, and there Paul was, bound and gagged, in the sand, in the bunker.
And then what happened?
Well, then he was coming round, because I think he had had a bit of a night the night before, so I tapped him on the cheeks gently like that, and when I was tapping the cheeks and I'd undone the stringy thing and string around your ankles, you were really relieved, came round, didn't you? And I took you back home to Anne for a cup of tea, a bit of toast, and the dogs are very pleased to have found him. He'd been there all night.
What was this? Was this some sort of prank? I mean, was it a stag do or something?
Well, I didn't want to be too nosy about it. I wanted to look after him, get on the phone to his friend, have him collected and off the bloody premises.
Has he kept in touch?
We have, really, haven't we? Because we found that your wife was quite friendly with one of my daughters, I think. I remember we haven't seen enough of each other, actually.
Who else would you like to question?
OK, David.
Yes, when you say he's he's your driver, I mean, he's picked you up on occasions.
He was the driver on several series of Peep Show.
So you're a professional chauffeur, are you?
He's not allowed to answer,
He's a professional driver, yes.
Have you ever picked me up?
He's not allowed to answer.
Are we allowed to see your hands?
Yeah, you can hold your hands out.
Oh, you could hold a pint of lager. What nonsense.
Wrong with those?
I've got tiny hands.
Have you?
Yeah, probably smaller
You're my kind of lady.
David, tell us about the whole business with the pints, then.
What Paul told me is that he always chooses to drink bottled beer because when he holds a pint,
Wait, this isn't at the wheel, is it? This is...
No, but on a night out, he chooses to drink bottled beer rather than pints because he gets laughed at for holding a pint glass because he sort of has to use two hands.
You weren't that small. Are you sure they're not serving it in buckets?
Maybe there's some course you could go on to make your hands bigger.
Should speak to Ronnie about that. Now, what about Sarah, Lee?
OK, so how old were you?
It was only a couple of months ago.
Are you a regular in his shop?
Yeah, I buy a lot of chocolate.
And what happened while you were in charge?
Well, you know, I was trying to shut one of the windows because it was quite cold, and that you had like quite high ceilings. You know those sticks that have got the hook on the end that you can shut a window, and it sort of went through the window.
What's the shop called?
Paul's.
It's called Paul's, is it?
Yeah.
Just Paul's?
Yeah.
Not Paul's shop?
No. Well,
Paul's.
it's obviously a shop.
To be fair, Marks and Spencer's.
What about this boy who got his head stuck
I forgot about
in
him.
a box of crisps?
Well,
How did that come about?
It was at the end of the school time, sort of 4 o'clock, and there was a rush of little kids, and one of them just wanted to get himself some crisps out the box, and it was the last one, and he got his head stuck in because he sort of went in.
The cardboard boxes with all the crisps in the hole?
Hole. Yeah. He couldn't quite reach, so he went
put
in
his head in
first.
and it was stuck?
Yeah.
And you couldn't think of any way to unstick him?
Well, I don't really do kids.
The crisp box thing doesn't ring true. They're not that big, are they? You have to put your head in.
If it was a little boy, you know, he hasn't got a head, no offence, the size of yours.
His arms are of reasonable length, presumably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We need a guess from you, Lee. Is Paul Ronnie's bunker buddy, David's tiny-handed driver, or Sarah's unfortunate newsagent?
He does look like a driver.
Can I have a look at the back of your head?
Back of his head?
Yeah. Do you recognise the back of his head, Julian?
He's a driver.
But I don't believe he's a northern shopkeeper because his shirt is too nicely ironed.
See, this is the dilemma now. The dilemma is
You're saying it's definitely. You're saying there's no chance of it being
It's
Ronnie's.
unlikely, but I'm not saying it's definite, right? I want that to be true more than any other story I've ever heard in my life. Because that's what I want to see Ronnie doing in the big chair next time. You're not going to believe it. I can't do the voice. All right, I can't do the voice. And if I could, I wouldn't keep doing it.
Ronnie, can you do an impression of Rob?
No.
I've never felt the need to do an impression of Rob. No.
You want the glasses?
I love the glasses, yes. There we are. How about it? There we are. Oh, my word. Goodness me. And in a packed programme tonight. Good Lord, you get vertigo in those.
Oh, God. Nobody without these, you know. God.
So, what are you going to go for?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's the driver.
You think it's David's driver? Holly?
Yeah, I think it's David's driver.
I think it might be Sarah because she looks like the kind of person that could break a window and almost kill a small boy in 10 minutes. I'm going to overrule my team and say it's Sarah.
Oh, bold.
OK, you're saying that it's Sarah and the newsagent. OK. Paul, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Paul. I'm David's driver. And I don't think time's put my hands are small.
Well, if ever there was a harsher warning of the dangers of a fascist state, I'd like to see it. Thank you very much, Paul. So, Vernon, what is Mel to you?
This is Mel, and he came to the rescue when I almost blew up a banana factory.
David, perhaps you'd like to explain how you know Mel?
This is Mel. He's the postman who had to retrieve my phone from a postbox when I accidentally posted it instead of a letter I was carrying.
Finally, Dara, how do you know Mel?
This is Mel. One night we were out stargazing and we were quizzed by the police because they thought we were peeping Toms.
Lee's team, where do you want to begin?
So there's something about, if he had said blown up, he blew up a banana factory, it would have been bizarre. There's something more bizarre about almost blowing up a banana factory.
What did you actually do in the banana factory?
Well, what happens in a banana factory is that bananas come in from a foreign land, let's say the Caribbean, and they are ripened in Bolton.
They're ripened in Bolton?
There's not enough sun in the Caribbean. Did you work in this banana factory?
I did, yeah.
Right, what was your job?
Were
you the banana straightener?
No.
Or were you the banana bender? Maybe they come in straight, and it's his big muscly body that turns them into that shape. That's what they do in Bolton. What are you up to? Oh, you know, just usual, bending me bananas.
Surely it's a banana ripening plant, anyway, not a factory.
Well, it's a factory because there was a conveyor belt, so I just...
Wait, whoa. There's a conveyor belt? So someone puts it on, and it's green, and by the end of the conveyor belt, it's ripened. How big is this conveyor belt, Vernon? And more to the point, what are you doing other than... Shall I straighten it?
What did Mel do?
Mel, he was one of the foremen in the factory.
There was only 4 men working in a banana factory?
How did you almost blow up this banana factory?
I was on a forklift truck, and what happened was I inadvertently drove into a gas heater and disconnected it.
Right, and then what happens?
And then the factory filled up with gas.
Really properly fills?
Yeah.
What did Mel do? How did he save you?
Mel shut down the factory and evacuated the building.
Leaving the bananas to ripen themselves.
Now, what about David? What did we think of David's story with the post box?
What were you supposed to be posting?
I had a card and 2 normal letters to post.
Right.
And the nearest post box to me has a It has a very narrow aperture. Right. So only...
What, for the letters?
Yes, yeah.
I know the kind of thing.
Or for, you know, whatever you want to use it for. But it's...
We've got them back home.
Yeah. And you can't get them in sometimes. You can't get the wider things in. So...
What, so you thought I'd just post whatever fits, and that was your phone? Stuff my keys in there. Oh, they go in, the keys go in. Did he change? Oh, that goes in, all right. Just stuff that in.
I was contemplating what an outdated medium snail mail was, and I thought this will show them. No, I in my confusion, I said, oh, that doesn't fit. I'll post those two, they fit. And, oh, what a fool.
Oh, so the two...
What a fool I've been. If only this were happening in a sitcom.
The 2 letters and the phone go in at the same time?
Yeah.
So you emailed it and put a hard copy in at the same time?
So how did Mel come into it? Was he...
Well, luckily, Mel had also fallen in. And, he just reached it out, didn't he?
Well,
and passed it out.
I mean, I hadn't realised that pillar boxes were manned until then. He simply handed it back.
No. So go on, what happened next?
I noticed that the last collection of the day was happening about half an hour later.
Right.
So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll simply wait.
Fiendishly clever.
No, you didn't.
So what are you thinking?
No. Remind me again of your truth, lie.
He and I, Mel and I were stargazing, and the police quizzed us because they thought we were peeping Toms.
Was it just the 2 of you?
Yes, it was actually, yeah.
And what were you stargazing at?
We were looking at a meteor shower.
Oh, OK.
Yes.
So the 2 of you were out... what have you got? You got the telescope?
No, you don't.
What have you got?
You just use binoculars.
Binoculars?
Binoculars?
Yeah. Naked eye, generally, binoculars. You see, you don't use a telescope because they move quite quickly, so you'd have to be really fast on a telescope. You'd be playing it like like that.
Yeah, all right, but if you want a really good look, why don't you use 2 telescopes? Like binoculars. Okay. That's even better than binoculars. And also, if 2 things happen at once, you can go, and the moon's looking nice.
So when the police turned up...
We could see the police car coming, because it just drove along and then stopped, and 2 of the lads came over and walked over. Just because we were 2 men standing in the middle of Ealing Common. There's houses all around, but with binoculars.
Yeah, but surely you don't look at you like that, right? Right up in the air.
I know, but maybe they saw during the midpoint of that. I don't know.
No. You don't go, right, let's start at the ground and go... You go like that and you do that. You don't go, would you like a cup of tea? Yeah. But, sorry, I can't see. Everything's blurry. You can take them off, can't you?
To be fair, nobody goes like this when they're using binoculars. Right, head up and now binoculars. They don't do that.
They do. They go, look at that there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
what they don't do is go, have you seen the moon tonight? Wait. I need a bit of a run-up.
Don't forget Dara's face moves independently from his head as well.
That's true, yes. He can swivel his face.
Nothing.
And look at the woman in the bathroom behind, it's true.
Right, Lee, we need an answer. Is Mel Vernon's banana hero, David's postman pal, or Dara's saucy stargazer?
What do you think?
I think the difficult thing is that Mel's got a tan, but you can get a tan in all 3 of those jobs.
Well, he's going to the Caribbean a lot to pick up bananas.
Stargazing, you can get a tan off that if you're out there long enough. And a postman, outdoors all day, yeah.
You know that stargazing's done predominantly at night.
There's not a shadow of a doubt in my mind that Mel worked in the banana factory.
OK, you're saying banana man.
I definitely, if I saw Dara and Mel on Ealing Common, I would think they were a couple of pervs.
But Dara could have said, it's OK, I work in TV. And the police would go, well, that makes it impossible then.
So what are you going to say?
We are going to say that, in fact, Dara was cautioned by the police for standing on Ealing Common. Not necessarily for being a pervert.
Caution actually means something.
Sorry, no, he wasn't cautioned. All right, he was
questioned,
sorry.
I was never formally cautioned with anything.
You say it's Dara?
Go for it.
So, Mel, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Mel, and I rescued Vernon after once really...
Yes, Mel is Vernon's banana boss. So, how dangerous was this? Were you just seconds away from bang?
Virtually, yeah. Vernon's driving the forklift, and like I said,
why
that's
didn't
what
you
he
speak
says.
like this before? Why isn't he allowed to speak?
And what was Vernon known as within this factory?
Little Vern.
Little Vern?
Little Vern.
Oh. Stand up next to Mel, Vernon, and let's see Little Vern now. Mel, thank you very much indeed. So, Kate, first of all, what are they to you?
This is Jenna, Thomas and Joanna, and they let me sleep in their tent in Glastonbury when I couldn't find mine.
OK. Josh, how do you know them?
This is Jenna, Thomas and Joanna, and together we made up my entire school year.
Right. David, what is your connection?
This is Jenna, Thomas and Joanna, and I nudged them into a canal when I lost control of my Boris bike.
So, there we have it. Are they Kate's festival friends, Josh's school chums, or David's bike buddies? Lee's team.
Josh, when you say between the four of you, you made up your school year, do you mean it didn't exist?
My entire year was us four.
So I'm looking at faces now to see if they look an equal age. Now, well, yeah, I suppose they... Do you think they look an equal age?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, that's convincing.
OK, that bit of the story we believe.
Yes.
They look a lot younger than Josh, it has to be said.
Well,
Well, you know, they're probably doing 3 to 4 press-ups a day.
What's,
Between them, or in...
What year was this?
1987 to 1994. I'd have been 4 to 11.
Where was it? Where were you at school?
Devon.
Where in Devon?
On Dartmoor.
How many kids were in the other years?
Oh, well, ours was the smallest.
You don't say.
Yeah. So the one below was 6.
Right.
I think it actually started to get bigger because the school got more popular, so by the time I was leaving, you were looking at 8s or 9s.
Right.
It's ridiculous. How does a child get any attention with that sort of class size?
Have you stayed in contact with them?
I haven't stayed in contact with Jenna and Joanna.
Why?
Why?
Hang on, let's test him on this. Which one is Thomas?
Thomas is in the middle. And I've seen him a couple of times because his brother's married to my sister.
Really?
Yeah.
And they talk about the Welsh, don't they? If this is the size of your year, what happened when you got to the nativity play or the summer concert? How
the
did
summer
you...
concert?
Or the garden party, or the...
When you troop the colour, how did you do that?
Well, it wasn't just a class of 4. We were taught 4 years together.
Oh, so 4 4s, 12.
16.
16. 16. And that's the benefit of the smaller class size, isn't it?
Is it still as small?
Well, I don't still go.
But you must know.
It would be frowned upon if I hung outside counting the children.
I'm interested to know what the system was at lunchtime. Was it packed lunches, or did they provide something hot?
Obviously, because there was only, 40 children in our school, there was no need to cook school dinners on site.
So what, you went to a restaurant? What are you talking about?
So we went to Wagamama's. No, so what would happen, because obviously most of us were packed, so there's...
You've got a very high opinion of yourself.
So what would happen would be, when you were answering the register, you wouldn't say here, instead you'd say packed or dinners. And then one of the children would tally up the amount of people that say dinners, and then they'd go and phone it through to the nearest school. Who would...
The nearest school is where you are.
No, to the next school, who would then cook us the 8 dinners and get them sent across.
You were having supply dinners, essentially, weren't you?
Yeah, we had a kind of Meals on Wheels deal with our dinners.
Wow. All right, who would you like to quiz next?
David.
Dave.
Where were you cycling on your Boris bike?
The Regent's Canal in London. Sort of from where I live towards... eastwards, towards King's Cross.
Eastwards? Where were you going? Mordor? I was travelling eastwards.
Eastwards, yes, easterly. In an easterly direction.
I'm off out. Where are you going? I'm going eastwards. I'll see you later. when you're back, I don't know, it depends what the westerly wind's like on the way back. Have you got a bay of Boris Bikes near you?
Not that near me. I was hurrying somewhere and I was late.
Where were you going?
To a meeting.
Were you wearing a helmet?
I was not.
Right, so you were going to a meeting, you're in a rush. How do you manage to knock 3 people in?
It's ridiculous,
Was it like, were they
isn't it?
stood dressed as dominoes?
No, they were sort of sitting on the edge of the canal. I was... Right, I'm not an experienced cyclist. I'd only got the Boris bike because I was running so late.
Did you knock them in the river and you thought, let's swap numbers and keep in touch?
That's exactly it.
Yes.
I thought that.
So just talk us through it in a bit more detail. Did you knock them off with your body? Did you knock them off with the bike?
I'm cycling along the towpath. I'm late.
You're late.
My phone rings. It's the people at the meeting, and I'm afraid I answer my phone on the towpath.
Without a helmet?
Helmetless. You don't expect me to put a helmet on to answer my phone.
And when they went in, what did you then do?
Well, they were out again as soon as they were in. It wasn't a very deep bit of the canal. The deeper water is further out. That's actually the title of my collection of poems.
David?
Yeah?
If I was cycling at speed and I hit 3 people, I think I'd go over myself. I think the momentum would take me off my bike.
Well, what can I tell you? It doesn't happen.
What about Kate? Do you have any questions, Brian, for Kate?
Yes.
What did Kate say?
She couldn't find her tent at Glastonbury, so these 3 reprobates, let's call them, offered for her to sleep in their tent.
They're my knights in shining armour. They rescued me.
Do you know that I've just done the voiceover for all the loos at Glastonbury?
Oh.
For the loos?
What do you say? What is the voiceover?
Are you enjoying your loo? Some people don't have any loo at all. And all over the world, they don't have a loo. And you're privileged to have a loo. I've just done a whole government thing for it. I thought possibly you might have sat on one of these loos.
I'm envisioning the thought of going into a loo and suddenly you popping into my ear.
Can I just, at this point, Kevin, I know for a fact, can do a very, very good Brian Blessed impersonation.
I know I wouldn't absolutely... Are you sitting down? Are you sitting comfortably?
Oh, great, now I've got it in stereo. First of all, when was this?
This was Glastonbury 2011. My boyfriend bought tickets for him and his brother, and then I heard that Beyoncé was going to be there. So I said I'll come too, so I could see the goddess.
OK,
in person.
So you've lost your tent.
So 1 o'clock in the morning, I needed to go to the loo, so I set off in search of the loos with my phone.
And because you'd gone to see Beyoncé, when you couldn't find your tent, there's a joke coming up. Did you go, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh?
Rob.
No.
You told us about some joke that was on its way. So you come back and you can't find your tent.
Well, I had a bit of a loo mission because the first set of loos were not clean, and so I had to try and find some more. So I went. Someone said there's some more over there, and there were people, sort of, you know, making new friends there. So I didn't want to stay there. This poor woman who was taking pity on me said, there's some other over there. So I went to the other ones.
This is like a quest.
Yes.
First set of loos too dirty. Second set of loos too sexually compromised. Set
This
of
is
loos
the
number
voiceover
3.
you want in the toilet, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, this is for defecation, not sexual compromise.
Yes, I have the precise timbre to reverse arousal.
So you're crawling through the grass at Glastonbury.
Found the third set. That was all fine. And then I thought, OK, I'm going to walk back now. But I just couldn't find my way.
How did they come about?
Well, I was wandering around, and then I thought, I just thought, I'm going to have to throw myself on someone's mercy. So I
thought you said tent then. I thought that's no way of doing it. Surely just knock on the flap first. That's the voice you need in the toilet.
I just saw these 3 friendly people, and I thought maybe I'll just approach them because I was getting desperate. So I said, look, I'm completely lost. And they said, we'll help you. We'll help you find these first set of loos, because if I found the first set, then I can find my tent.
I see.
So they said, look, we could be going all night, this is really useless, let's just go and sleep in our tent.
What's the setup with Thomas, Jenna and Joanna?
Well, this is a good point, Mob, because I did have that question.
Good point.
Unlike the postman. Good point.
I know. I got it. I was wondering when the joke was coming.
Well, that's the problem with postal jokes. It's always the next day when you get it.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team. Are Jenna, Thomas and Joanna Kate's festival friends, Josh's school chums or David's bike buddies?
Think there's any truth in David's story?
Oh, no, not at all. No, not at all. Their escapade sounds like Toad of Toad Hall with the bike, going to the Boris bike, going down the canal. Regent's Canal, of course, that's near the zoo there, where you get lots of orangutans.
At the very least, it's unlikely.
Oh, it's definitely unlikely. I mean, it's worthy of anecdote. I mean, no one's going to come and say, these are, you know, 3 people I said hello to in the post office. There's got to be an unlikeliness to it, or it's not worth televising. This is potentially worth televising.
I think it's Josh.
Brian thinks it's Josh.
Yeah.
Kevin?
I also think it's Josh.
Is it the ages? Because they do look very similar age. I have to say, Tom in the middle of the 3 looks like he's had a slightly harder life. I'm going to go with Josh.
You're going to say it's Josh. OK. On behalf of the 3, Joanna, would you reveal your true identities?
We are Joanna, Thomas and Jenna, and together we make up the entire year of Josh's school.
And here's the proof. We've got the school photo. Have a look. Thank you very much, Jenna, Thomas and Joanna. So, Stephen, first of all, please, what is Hannah to you?
Yes, this is Hannah. We used to bamboozle our miserable neighbour by adding an item of clothing to his washing line after he'd pegged his laundry out.
Izzy, how do you know Hannah?
This is Hannah. In order to impress a boy, we once competed to see who could eat the most ants.
And finally, David, your relationship with Hannah.
This is Hannah. Last year, she bought a pub and named it the Mitchell and Glove. And I gave her my blessing to use my face on the pub sign.
Lee's team, where to begin?
Why is it the Mitchell and... What does the glove come into this?
I think it was originally called the Boxers.
As in the dog or the fighters?
As in the gloved fighters.
Well, it's an obvious progression, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boxing, David Mitchell.
I think she was very keen to change the image of the pub.
And do you know why Hannah chose you?
I think she, if you can believe it, she's a fan of my work.
Right, OK, so she's a fan.
It's a lie. Move on. Have you been to the Mitchell and Glove?
No.
Where is this pub, David? Which part of the country?
It's in Swansea.
What? Swansea?
Because I don't believe David. I can imagine his mind going, I've got to think of something quick. And even then he's thinking of middle-class things. Swansea. I'll say... Is it themed inside?
I'd be very hurt if I'm not on all the menus.
It's a gastropub, is it?
Not in Swansea, no.
I believe what it is a flat-roofed pub. One of the reasons I think it's named after me is that I wrote in my book that I had a theory that flat-roofed pubs are always bad. So basically, you'll never get nice food in a flat-roofed pub. You might get eaten by a dog. And Hannah said, this is going to be a nice flat-roofed pub that does nice food.
All right.
By which I don't mean a carvery.
You don't like carveries?
No.
What about Stephen Mangan's... What was yours again, Steve?
We used to befuddle, well, annoy our miserable neighbour by putting items of clothing on his washing line after he'd pegged his laundry out.
Yeah. And where was this?
Crouch End.
And when was it?
Oh, 15 years ago, probably.
And what's your relationship with Hannah?
Yeah. Hannah is my mate James's younger sister.
But was she living with you?
She was, there's 3 of us in the house, yeah.
What kind of thing did you used to put on there? I mean, just shirts? Or...
Well, it started one day. He came round and complained, and we were sitting up in her bedroom, looking out the window, and he put his washing out, and I said, I'm going to go and put a sock on his washing line. He liked everything to be very precise, and what he'd do is he'd come in, and when he'd take the washing off, we'd watch him every day, he'd fold it, he'd put all the socks together and put them in the washing, you know, rather than just chucking it all in and then doing it in the house.
Sorry, the person next to you is thinking, what's wrong with that?
So we put a blue sock on, went up, and then he came out and he put all his washing away hours later, and he was like... And it was just very funny. We just found it. I mean, it doesn't sound funny now.
In total,
we found it hilarious.
In total, how much did he put on?
Well, it went on for it went out for about 6 months.
I know
we'd go to charity shops and buy stuff to put on his washing line.
I know Gok's going to ask it, so I'll ask it for him. On a Sunday, did you lay out the clothes?
Izzy, you're saying then with Hannah, you both went out together, pulling, and to attract some guys, you ate ants.
We weren't out, we were at school.
How old were you?
About 15 or 16.
Right.
Would you mind standing next to Hannah just so I can work out the visual to see whether you look like you should be at school together?
Yeah. Taking my shoes off.
I think you're mixing up age and height. They're completely different things.
Trust me, I'm a stylist.
Oh, here we go.
Before you know it, they'll be naked.
OK, similar age. It could work.
So you were at school?
Yeah.
Right, and what, there's a boy there that you like?
Yeah, and he was called Paul Brooks.
Paul Brooks, OK, and you thought the best way to impress Paul is to eat some ants.
It was during a school production, so we were dressed... we were in Greece. Grease the musical.
Oh, right. I thought you said we were in Greece, and you know the economy's like this. It's all we can eat. The ants. How many did you eat in total?
I ate about 24.
No way. 24?
Yeah.
How many did Hannah eat?
About 23.
Ah, loser. And that's why you got Paul Brooks.
And did you get Paul Brooks?
No, he just stood there the whole time, and then I
thought she's stupid and walked off.
He just sat there chewing on his cockroach, going, "This is so absurd." And what made you stop at 24 then? I mean, surely you could tell by his eyes after 2 or 3 that this wasn't working.
We just carried on, and then the interval was over, and we had to go and do the second half of Greece.
This was during the show?
Yeah.
During the show? You
tell me more, tell me more. Well, we need an answer here, so Lee's team. Is Hannah Stephen's washing line prankster? Is he fellow anteater or David's pub landlady? What do you think?
We can rule out the strange theme pub.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm sorry.
What is it about my face smiling politely next to a boxing glove that makes you think people won't want to get drunk?
I think it's Stephen. I think Stephen's telling the truth.
You think Stephen's telling the truth? Charles?
I think he probably is, actually.
Do you think it's Stephen?
Yeah.
I think it's Izzy, but I will go with the majority. Well, then I've got someone to blame.
OK, so, Hannah, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Hannah, and in order to impress a boy, Izzy and I want competed to see who can eat the most ants.
Thank you very much, Hannah. What is Paul to you?
This is Paul. Paul's my plumber, and he came over to fix a leak, but ended up cutting my hair.
Right, so, Ryland's hairdressing handyman. Mary, how do you know Paul?
This is Paul, and every Christmas I sing carols to Paul's cows.
Mary's festive friend. And David, what is your relationship with Paul?
This is Paul, and while browsing in a bathroom showroom, he persuaded me to hop in a tub with him to test whether it would fit him and his wife.
Lee's team, where do you want to begin?
All right, we'll start with Ryland. When was this haircut?
This was Big Brother Power Trip 2014.
What did you say before that?
I measure years by Big Brothers.
Big Brother.
How many brothers have you got?
No, I work on Big Brother, so I do it by the theme, and the reason Paul came round, I measure it by Big Brother. It's 2014.
Was he giving you a haircut for Big Brother?
No, but he ended up giving me a haircut for Big Brother. So my brother-in-law knows Paul, because my brother-in-law's an electrician, and he said, Paul, do the plumbing, because my brother-in-law did the electric.
Is everyone paying tax?
Just
checking, because I know how these things can be.
You know what it's like.
Paul's giving me a right look.
Where was the leak? It was basically my shower was dripping, and I'd called my hairdresser Hayley, and because who comes to my house to cut my hair and colour my hair, because this isn't real, guys. Shock.
Yeah.
And I said, babe, can you come and do my hair? It's Big Brother starts tomorrow. It's the launch. I need my cut and colour done. And she said, babe, I'm in Tenerife. And I was like, are you joking? It's fine. I used to do hair when I was 16. I said, I'll just do my own colour because I've got everything indoors anyway. So I put my colour on, and then when I went to wash my hands, I realised that there weren't no water coming out of the tap. So I rang Paul and said, Paul, come over to fix my taps, and yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, then basically Paul came over and he fixed everything.
Yeah.
And I said, Paul, you wouldn't do me a favour, would you? I've obviously got everything at home. All I needed was like my sides and my back just shaved, and I've obviously got the razor. It's like number 4 setting or whatever.
Why have you got all the equipment at home?
Because I studied hair when I was 16.
Can I
so I've
say
got
one
everything at home.
rookie error?
With?
You. What you've done is you're washing your hands. Everyone, even if they're doing
Gloves.
it, wears gloves.
Yeah,
so why have you got it
because
on your hands?
Because I was colouring my own hair, so I had
so
to do the back.
the gloves
and
come in the packet.
Yeah, but it doesn't go all the way out there, darling.
Oh, so it was this
David,
part
when
of
you
your
do
arm.
yours, do you wear gloves or do you mind the dye going on?
I just get a team of people round. I think, you can't afford to take risks with your look.
Yeah.
So this was one day before you were due to film Big Brother?
It was on the Thursday and we launched on the Friday.
You let a plumber take a razor blade, shave the back of your head before you did national television.
Right, it was very, very simple. It was brilliant.
Here's a detail then. So, he fixed the water, and then you had a shower to get all of the stuff out of your hair. And what did Paul do while you were in the shower?
I'd made Paul a coffee, and this is before, obviously, that I took my colour off, and I said, Paul, do you mind just sticking around 15 minutes just while I wash this colour off? I'll dry my hair and we just shave it.
This sounds a little bit like the start of Confessions of a Plumber. Oh, Paul, I just need to pop into the shower. Paul came in and there was some 70s jazz music.
And what sort of job did he do? Was you pleased with it?
Yeah, very pleased. Everyone said my hair looked nice.
How long did it
he
take?
did a good job. Like 5 minutes, not even
Well,
that.
it's about 25 minutes if he's a plumber with fag breaks and tea breaks. He didn't react, he's not a plumber.
I think he might have died.
OK, so, shall we move on to Mary?
Mary, yes.
Mary.
Just remind us, Mary, what is it that you claim here with Paul?
I sing to Paul's cows at Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Right, what do you sing to them?
Away in a Manger.
You sing Away in a Manger to them,
yeah, and what's that one?
Well, you should know, you do it every year.
The cattle are lowing, the babe... That one, the baby away.
That is Away in a Manger.
Yeah.
That's Away.
And,
that one, I sing that one.
I suppose the big question has to be why?
Well, because apparently they really like it. I'm not a particularly good singer. I'm not a particularly good singer, but they like being sung to, and it's a kind of...
why do they like being sung to?
They find it very moving.
Yeah, and
Is there a reason that he chooses you as opposed to somebody who admits they can sing well?
Well, no, it's not just me.
Oh.
I'm part of the community who, live near Paul, and, we all get together to sing.
What's the actual purpose of this?
Lots of things. You give thanks, it's Christmas, and probably, that the cows are going to be in for the chop.
Well, I was about to say, if you really want to thank the cow in a way that would mean something to the creature, you've got to let him go.
Well,
that doesn't make any sense at all. What are you thanking them for, then?
Yeah.
The thing you're thanking them for, you then don't get. The key thing is what you're thanking them for is their forthcoming deliciousness. You've got to do it in advance, because afterwards they can't hear you.
He's really caring farmer, I have to say this. He's, a little bit of a hippie. And I'm a bit of a hippie, and we connect, and we sort of think, this is a really lovely thing to do.
Not so much of a hippie that you don't mind killing the cows.
I'm a hippie. Puppies can kill cows.
You probably don't kill the cows
No, I
yourself.
don't.
You
I don't
outsource them. That's the system.
I don't kill them.
Don't kill the cows yourself.
I think
that's very messy and upsetting. Send them to an abattoir. A lovely abattoir, a pampering abattoir. It's like a spa, but with knives.
Right. What about David?
So, David, remind us again.
While browsing in a bathroom showroom, Paul persuaded me to try out a bathtub with him to see if it would fit him and his wife.
Right. Okay, so how did he approach you? What was the conversation?
Well, he approached me and said that he recognised me from the television.
Right.
On which I have appeared.
Oh. You had your I'm David Mitchell T-shirt on again, did you?
What were you shopping for that day?
A small basin or sink.
A small one?
A small one.
Don't want to treat yourself?
Like this.
Someone can sort you out.
Yeah, no, I should clarify. What I was looking for was to human scale.
David, what was going through your mind when a complete stranger walks up to you and says, I know you from the telly, will you get into the bathtub with me?
Well, it didn't happen like that. It didn't.
All right, then. It didn't happen like that, but tell us another version how it didn't happen.
No, he initially said, I like your work on television.
Really?
It's a lie.
I'm going to say it. He asked for a selfie. We took a selfie, so it was very nice. I was feeling my...
It was very nice.
My fragile... Yeah, it was nice. Look, it's not an accident we're in this business. On some level, we have an emptiness inside that we need to fill with the approval of strangers. And a little bit of the approval of a stranger was making me feel a bit better about myself. Thank you very much.
And David...
Albeit briefly, and then it turned out he had an ulterior motive.
David, I need you to act this up because we're all talking about this like it's sensible. But it's too intimate. Unless...
We were clothed.
I know. I want to know which way round. Did you sit opposite each other with your legs
No, we both sat at the same end.
So you were spooning you?
No, of course we sat at opposite ends.
Did you choose the tap end or the non-tap end?
The tap was in the middle.
So this is the thing, for an actual rational human being to think, I wonder if I'll fit in this massive bath with my wife, I'll ask this minor celebrity that I don't know. I meant to start...
Look, Elton John was in the shop and he'd said no.
Will you do it with Rylan for me?
OK, well...
So what am I to
Well, we've got to imagine we're getting in a... You're a very tall man.
I'm quite tall. God almighty, I can see why you can't get phones and a wallet in those.
As a working hypothesis, let's say this rectangle is broadly the bath.
Yeah.
So...
Is there any blood going to your feet?
You're in the bath showroom.
So you sit at that end, the tap's here.
Is this what you did? You took control, David?
No, I didn't take control. And then, as you can see, our legs sort of... tessellated. No, in between.
You know what this is making me think, David? I'm picturing... You just look at each other now, and I'm picturing a voiceover saying, there are many ways to keep a relationship fresh and alive. Why not try sharing a bath together? I think, well done. Right, now then, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Paul Rylan's hairdressing handyman, Mary's festive friend, or David's bath buddy?
What do you think?
The only story that made any kind of sense whatsoever was Rylan's.
Why?
Rylan's?
Yeah, Rylan's.
Oh.
I can believe that a man whose obsession is being legendarily well-groomed and stylish would panic and get his plumber to do his hair. I could just about believe that.
I've been looking at Paul while everyone's been talking, and he really did light up during David's story. Like, he was really enjoying it, like he was a fan of David.
Or it might be the first time he's heard it.
It's true. It's true as well.
What about the farming? What do you think about
So that's
Mary?
the one I think is true.
The farmer?
I think that some local people would go and sing for animals at a local farm just as a thing to do.
I do believe that you can sing to a cow.
I believe slightly more that somebody would have their hair cut by a plumber. However, not him. I mean, who did your teeth? The Tyler? Go on, then. We'll say Mary.
You're going to say it's Mary? OK. Paul, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Paul, and every Christmas Eve...
Oh,
Yes, Paul is Mary's festive friend. Thank you very much, Paul. So, Sean, what is Shabs to you?
This is Shabs. I keep my chicken drumsticks in his nuclear bunker.
Right, so, Sean's bunker buddy. Johnny, how do you know Shabs?
This is Shabs, and he used to regularly park cars on my foot to stop me going anywhere.
Johnny's parking prankster. And finally, David, what is your relationship with Shabs?
This is Shabs, and he's taught his parrot to say, "Nice shoes, Dave," whenever I enter his cobblers.
Lee's team, where will you begin?
Should we start with Sean? Let's start with Sean,
Yes.
I think, yeah? You leave your chicken drumsticks in his nuclear shelter. Is that what you're claiming?
Yes.
OK, enough questions. Johnny. Where is this nuclear shelter?
In a field out the back of his garden.
Which part of the country?
Mid-Kent.
I don't think anyone's ever referred to whatever area you're talking about as Mid-Kent. I mean, people say, where are you from? Oh, I'm mid-British. You're not mid-Kent.
Well, you say I'm from the Midlands. That's the middle of Britain, isn't it? But anyway... Sean, has he got a freezer in his nuclear bunker?
A very large chest freezer.
How many chicken drumsticks have you got in it?
There's probably in there, I'd say it's a pack of 10, because it's not just drumsticks, you see.
Oh, you're not running a catering firm on the side?
No, I have meat mass delivered, and sometimes I need an overflow. Well, from a regular delivery from a butcher's.
Right. Why are you buying so much meat?
Because what's happened, particularly this year, I've been working away a lot, so I haven't been going through the amount of meat I normally go through. So at the moment, there's just a bit of an overflow.
Well, why didn't you stop the order?
How do you know Shabs?
I know Shabs from my local pub cricket team.
What fielding position?
Well, yeah, slip and number 4 batsman.
Right. And what does he do?
All-rounder. Excellent.
No, all right, sorry. He does everything. He bats, he bowls, he freezes your meat.
Sean, I've never been into a nuclear bunker. What's it like?
OK, so basically, when you approach it, you'll see something that might look like a sort of white, woodeny, one of those slatted beehives, the square beehives.
A slatted beehive, yes.
But what that is, that's I think, is the air conditioning, purifying system. And then there's almost like a hatch, like a submarine hatch.
Yes.
So you climb down a ladder, a metal ladder.
Sorry, can I just check? Have you been watching the Teletubbies recently?
And then you get down the bottom of the ladder. Is there a living area, a bedroom?
Yes, there's a living area. He has got a television and a cracking stack.
Oh, yeah, because after the nuclear war, you're going to get a lot of telly, aren't you? I bet EastEnders survives.
The cockroach of TV shows.
You said it.
I can't go back. But he's got a cracking selection of videos.
Oh, I bet he has.
Video player.
And now the truth comes out.
Yeah.
I'm just going to see Shabs to get some chicken drumsticks, love. Shall be long.
Right, Lee, who would you like to quiz next?
OK, Johnny, so just remind us again what this fella did to you.
He used to park cars on my foot so I couldn't move.
You couldn't move?
On your prosthetic foot?
Obviously on the prosthetic one.
He's a friend of yours that did this, or is he...
I used to work in a garage and Shabs worked in the garage.
Where was this? Mid-Kent?
In St Ives.
St Ives?
St
Ives?
Not Cornwall St Ives, Cambridgeshire St Ives.
I mean, how did he do it? Because surely you sort of saw the car coming and you moved away.
He'd try and stop on the foot, but sometimes he'd miss. But if he got it, he'd pull the handbrake and get out of the car and walk off.
I want to know, how did it start the first time?
I was working there and Shabs joined, and one of the other guys told me it'd be quite funny because he didn't know that I had a prosthetic leg, to get my foot trapped under a wheel.
To try and spook him?
Yes, but it didn't.
It awoke a sort of bloodlust in him, didn't it?
So the start of this story was that
it was
I
all
thought
humorous.
that he was perhaps bullying you a bit, and it turns out it's the other way round completely.
The person you tried to bully at work turned out to be a sociopath.
Right, what about David?
Why does he keep a parrot in the Cobblers?
As a pet.
As a
Does
pet?
Yeah, he's not a colleague.
Did you go to the Cobblers a lot then? Because for him to go through all the effort of teaching a parrot to say, nice shoes, Dave, I mean, I've probably been to a Cobblers, like, twice in the last 5 years. So do your shoes kind of wear out really quickly, or...?
Well, I suppose I probably do go to the Cobblers quite a lot.
OK, then that's fine. And what sort of voice does the parrot have? Could you give us a taste of the parrot?
I'm so sorry?
A flavour.
You want me to do an impression?
Not so much an impression, more an evocation.
I suppose it would be sort of... I don't know what it's going to sound like until it comes out, so I'll be...
I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite
I'm just
bad.
going to say, yeah, I'm listening to it at the same time as you, so...
Welcome to my world.
Nice shoes, Dave.
That was horrible. That was the most horrible thing you've ever done.
Nothing like a parrot.
You've done some horrible things, but that was horrible.
Well, look, it's a parrot. You know,
It doesn't sound like a parrot. Are you sure it's not just a rather exotic man that works with Shabs?
Obviously, what you've got to understand is what you heard there wasn't the parrot. That was me.
But it was you trying
If you're
to...
saying, that parrot sounds like a man pretending to be a parrot, I'm not
But
sure
it
that's
didn't even
conclusive.
sound like that, did it? Any parrot worth his salt would say, nice shoes, Dave.
Listen, Rob. You're in the chair. If you want to do a parrot impression at any point, you can just do it. We don't have to go round this ridiculous process.
What's the name of Shabs's parrot?
Graham.
It's sounding more and more like it is a man. There's a man stood in the corner of the shop. This parrot, is he 6 foot?
No.
Does he smoke a cigarette and go, all right, Dave, nice shoes?
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Shabs Sean's bunker buddy, Johnny's parking prankster, or David's parrot pal?
I thought Sean told a great story. I love the fact that he's putting his drumsticks in his bunker.
Do you think that's perfectly acceptable?
That sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it?
You believe her?
Here's a question. Does Shabs look like the type of person who would have a nuclear bunker?
Definitely.
I think that Shabs looks like he could work in a garage.
What about David?
The bit I doubt is the fact that you're going to the Cobblers so regularly, because that would be the actions of a man who cares what he looks like.
What shoes have you got on tonight?
Do you want me to show you my
Yes,
shoes?
please.
Yes, please.
Should we have a look and see if they're worn?
Oh, nice shoes, Dave.
And they
It's easily done, isn't it?
yeah, these have never been to the Cobblers.
You seem to be spending a lot of effort on the shoes and less effort to Iron your trousers. Let be a lesson to you, young man.
I didn't realise my offer to show you my shoes was going to lead to mockery.
You must have.
But David, you must have suspected it.
Yes.
So you're saying Johnny? Emma?
Yes.
You're saying Johnny?
Reluctantly, I am.
OK. Right. Shabs, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Shabs, and I used to park cars on Johnny's for...
Yes, Shabs is Johnny's parking prankster. Thank you very much, Shabs. Right, let's start with you, Claudia. What is Tony to you?
This is Tony. He's my builder. He drove for over an hour to come to my house to fix my TV, and it turned out all I needed to do was change the batteries in the remote control.
Rod, how do you know Tony?
This is Tony, and we played in a band together. Where we both played guitar, except only his was plugged in, because I can't play a note.
David, what is your relationship with Tony?
This is Tony, and I regularly go round to his house to play with his Lego.
So, there we have it. Claudia's helpful handyman, Rod's musical mate, or David's play pal. Lee's team, where would you like to begin?
OK, let's start with Claudia.
Yes.
How do you know him?
He built my house.
Out of Lego? Is it a combined story?
What happened is my telly didn't work, and so I thought...
I got it. Did he put the television in the house?
Yeah. Yes.
So he built this from scratch, as in it was foundations up?
Well, no, but he did the other stuff.
What other stuff?
You know... No, the painting. Tell me.
I think...
You know, the other stuff.
The painting. The television wasn't working. You
Correct.
thought, I'll call my builder.
That's what happened.
Why did you think the builder is responsible for the television?
I thought he would know about things falling off. I've got an unstable roof.
You've got an unstable mind.
Why are you clapping? The telly didn't work. The little puffin baby, what's his... Yeah. He wanted to watch
what
the
do you mean,
telly.
little puffin? What is a puffin?
Stop talking to me.
I thought you said that you wanted to watch the telly.
I did.
But then what is
family.
Puffin doing?
I only want to watch what he wants to watch.
Who in the love of God is the Puffin? I can't work out whose mind is the worst, Claudia's or yours. She said, I wanted to help out the little Puffin, and instead of going, what's the Puffin going to do with it, you went, well, hang on, who wanted to watch the telly, you or the Puffin? Doesn't matter who wants to watch the telly. What's the Puffin doing there? It's the next question.
Anyway, and Tony went, no problem, because...
Tell us what the Puffin was doing in the house, and I'm not moving on.
No, that's not his real name. He's called Arthur, but...
Who's Arthur?
Your child.
Your son! That's all I wanted. Did you go to the Rod Gilbert School of Explanation?
Let's move this on. OK, then he arrives, and he gets to the house.
Yeah.
He comes in, and what happens?
And I say something must have fallen off the roof, Tony.
Meaning the aerial or the dish?
But didn't you see that little red light in the bottom right-hand corner that wasn't green?
Interesting.
Did he fix it straight away, or did he not have the tools? Watch his face.
No.
Did he have to nip to see his mate Kevin, who's got the right tools, who lives 4 days away?
He just got the remote. It was like magic.
OK.
And he flicked this thing.
Right.
The on
This is the killer, this is the killer
button.
question that will decide whether she's telling the truth. Did he charge you?
No.
He's not a builder.
Well, there we are. Now, who would you like to question next?
OK, so Rod. Sorry, remind us of your fact.
I can't even remember his name.
It's Tony, remember?
I know what it is. I'm bluffing.
It's a bluff. It's a bluff.
I'm bluffing.
Right.
This is Tony. We played in a band together. We both played guitar, but only his was plugged in, because I can't play a note.
You can't play?
What was the band called?
It was a long time... Muck Spreader.
Muck Spreader. And where did you get the name from?
2 of the band were, like, farmers. It's rural West Wales.
Why were you part of the band, then? If you couldn't play and you weren't singing?
Because Tony was the lead singer and guitarist, and as you see him now, that's the kind of charisma he brought to the stage.
But why were you in the band? Why were you in the band?
That's what I'm coming to. That's what
You
I'm
were
saying.
there for charisma?
No, Tony was... this is what he was like as a lead front man.
Surely he didn't put his arms behind his back when he was playing the guitar.
No, he had a guitar. He had a guitar in front of him.
Yeah.
But in all other ways, that is exactly what
Dressed
he
in a
was
suit.
like.
Right.
He was that dull and uncharismatic at the front of the... So boring was he at the front.
That is not... We're not doubting that. What we're doubting is the fact that he thought you could help that situation.
They saw me dancing kind of on the dance floor in a barn dance thing, and they thought, we need a front man, because I was so dull.
So you were like the Bez?
The Bez.
I was exactly like the Bez, but with a guitar.
And what kind... Well, I was going to say, what kind of music did you play, but you didn't. What kind of music didn't you play?
Well, the band was a sort of punky, rocky sort
Can
of...
you... Punky rocky, is that how you introduced it? Johnny Rotten. And now we're going to do some punky rocky music.
Can you do a...
I'm the Buck Spreaders.
Can you do...
I am the Antichrist. I'm not, I'm a farmer. The Buck Spreaders.
That's good, good. All our songs had the word muck in the title.
Like what?
Like, hey, hey, we're the Muck Spreaders. Muckadoo about nothing.
You did Shakespeare plays as well? Oh, I see now it's all making sense. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this punk rock band would now like to perform a piece from Shakespeare. But he won't be speaking, he's not plugged in, he'll mind me. Okay.
So, what about David?
OK, David, this is Tony and you go around to his house to play Lego, is that what you're saying?
Why would you play Lego at Tony's house?
He's got a lot of Lego.
Can I say at this point, with all this
is...
mention of Lego, with us being the BBC, there are other children's building blocks available. They're not as good, but there are others. Sorry, carry on.
Yes, absolutely.
How often do you go around to his house and play with Lego?
I suppose it must be once every 2 or 3 weeks.
How long is a session?
2 or 3 hours.
And do you freeform, or have you got a kit that you follow the instructions?
We're building a castle.
Are you?
A model of a castle.
So this castle, is it an exact replica of your house, or is it...
No, it's supposed to look like the Tower of London.
So how big is it going to end up being? It's obviously big, isn't it?
When it's finished, I think it'll be, I would say, roughly the size of one of these circles here.
Wow, and how long is that going to take?
As big as that?
Yeah. It's big.
Do you have different sections that you work on, or do you work on the same section at the same time?
What we've largely done is completed the White Tower, and now we're trying to work out the footprint, if you see what I mean, of the curtain wall.
Quick question. Are you still married?
Yes, I am.
How do you know him?
I know him because I made a documentary, and I met him doing that.
What was the documentary called?
The documentary was called The Pursuit of Youth. It was about people who are into, childish things as adults.
And they got you to host that?
Yes.
When you approached this sort of Lego building, did everyone believe you? So you told your wife, you said, I'm going to go and build Lego at Tony's house, and everything was fine, and that was all...
She seemed to believe me.
Has Tony got a wife?
I can answer that.
Yes, Tony does have a wife.
What is the name of the person who started Lego?
I don't know.
Nor do I, so...
So, Lee's team, is Tony Claudia's helpful handyman, Rod's musical mate, or David's play pal?
Well, David's played this game long enough to know that if he was to put in the phrase, I was making a telly show, that would be a risk. Are you following his career? I'm not. Anybody here following David's career? Anybody?
I feel like I saw the trailer for it.
Don't say that even as a
I feel like I saw the trailer.
That was trailers?
David...
This week on Pursuit of Youth. How's your wife, Tony? Join us next week on Pursuit of Youth.
Now, what about Claudia?
I think you're wise, you're clever. You would have thought this through, I feel.
You would think Claudia is wise and clever?
Wise and clever, the two...
Have you ever seen her on the television? Or met her?
No, but I think you have good initiative. You have very good initiative.
So who do you think it is, Jamie, if you don't think it's Claudia?
I mean, I do think it's Claudia, maybe. I don't know. Because now it's just changed.
You now think it's Claudia?
I think it's Claudia.
I think it's Rod.
Oh.
You're wrong.
Oh, well, in that case...
No, you could be right. I'm going with you. I'm going with you.
No, you change your mind. He's already done
I'm
this.
easily susceptible. I want it to be David.
I want
think
it to
it's
be
Claudia.
David.
I'm going with Rod.
What's it going to be? We need a...
She's seen the documentary. David.
David.
You
All
better
right.
have seen this
Tony,
documentary.
would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Tony, and I drove to Claudia's to fix her electric car.
Yes, Tony is Claudia's helpful handyman. Thank you very much, Tony. So, we will begin with Dermot. Dermot, what is Shailene to you?
This is Shailene, and I asked Shailene out 156 times.
Mel, how do you know Shailene?
This is Shailene. When we were kids, I cut her hair to plump up the stuffing in my teddy bear.
There we are. Finally, David
I want
Mitchell.
that to be true. I want that to be
that's
true.
amazing.
How do you know Shailene, David?
This is Shailene. She is the swimming pool lifeguard who talked me into letting go of the diving board I was clinging to after I panicked mid-boing.
So, there we have it. It's, is it Dermot's romance rejector, Mel's teddy stuffing supplier, or David's diving board saviour? Lee, where do you want to start?
Wow, where do we start with that one? Dermot, when was this?
I would have been probably 14, and Shailene was a year younger than me.
How did you do it? Was it all face-to-face?
Yep.
As opposed to what?
We went to...
He was 14?
Oh,
sorry.
Do you know, before... it was all different.
Did you
in the old days, what we used to do was just press our faces against the bathroom window and shout.
Dermot, just to be clear, how many times did you ask her out?
156.
In how many sittings?
Probably over the course of about 18 months.
18 months.
Why did you count them?
Yeah. Because...
It takes 156 times for him to know she's not interested.
After a while, it became like almost like a rite of passage. Shailene lived in a different village to the village I grew up in.
Which village was this?
I grew up in a village called Marks Tay, and Shailene lived in Great Tay. Normally...
Where was this? Mordor?
and Shailene went to the same youth club as me.
Youth club? Let's get him more rock and roll, this story.
Shailene was the only girl in the village who had black hair, and...
Have you looked to your left? At least made it realistic.
She had black hair, all in kind of a lovely sort of 80s Madonna-style quiff.
So the first time you asked her out, she said no. How long did you leave it till the second time?
The next week.
So it was every week you were doing it?
Yeah.
Every week, 156 weeks, 18 months. That adds up.
Sometimes twice a week.
Rob's thinking it does, but it doesn't.
Sometimes like twice a week, sometimes twice in the same night. Oh, go on, go out.
So when it got to 100, did you not think, probably not going to happen?
Thought I'm still in. Keep batting.
Lee, who else would you like to quiz?
Who should we go with next? Mel. OK, so how old were you?
When the haircutting happened.
Yes, obviously, I don't mean...
Oh, sorry.
No, how old were you on your 12th birthday?
So, Shailene's older sister, Charlotte, is a good friend of mine.
Shailene and Charlotte?
Yes, Shailene and Charlotte.
Who was her dad? Sean Connery?
Shailene and Charlotte came over to ours to do a sleepover. We had a bunk bed, and I wanted her to sleep on the top bunk.
Yeah, this is the bit, you see.
Because we had a game in our house whereby if you slept on the top bunk, you had to drape your hair over the side of the
like
bunk.
Rapunzel! I'll tell you what, Dermot, I'm glad you didn't go back to hers now. He said, no problem, hers too short. She went, don't worry, use something else. Go on.
I had a secret plan with Shailene. I wanted her to fall asleep on the top bunk so that I could cut her beautiful hair.
Now,
I didn't cut that much.
Right. How much did you cut? That's
2
a
inches.
lot of hair.
So having cut this hair off,
Yes.
what did you do with it?
So I had this lovely, beloved teddy bear patch and had a bit of a hole in it.
What?
I remember exactly where.
Where?
Shoulder down to mid-arm.
How did the hole start? Did you make the hole?
Just love. Just love.
Is that what you call love? Ripping off a man's arm?
Dermot.
Lee, what about David?
David, remind us again of this utter truth.
Shailene is the swimming pool lifeguard who talked me down when I was clasping onto a diving board.
Were you actually hanging off it?
Yeah, I had like my arms around it like that, and it was at head height.
But how did you get to that position?
I was considering jumping off the diving board, and I remained indecisive too long in the process.
And at the last minute you went but panicked and stopped.
Exactly.
And of course,
I sort of
because you weren't
slid off it and grabbed it, and then was left there dangling.
And had you gone to the pool specifically to dive, or had you gone with a bunch of mates and you were larking around, bombing, heavy petting, all the things that we're not supposed to do? But if I know you, the rebel that you are, you'd have been doing them.
It was one of my regular late-night music parties in the municipal baths.
How old were you?
It was recently.
How recently?
It was just about an hour ago. No, it was last autumn.
I'd have thought if David Mitchell had been hanging off a diving board, someone would have taken a photo and tweeted that.
I don't think you're allowed to have your mobile phones in swimming pools.
Come the advent of the aquaphone, my water sports days are over.
Have you ever dived in off a diving board head first at that point?
No, and I certainly wasn't planning on doing this head first.
Oh, you were going to go feet first?
Absolutely.
And so you jumped... You
I was thinking of this programme, and I thought, well, I can lose up to about there, and it'll be fine. They could prop the remnant on a bar stool, and I can still do the job. So I thought, I'll go in with the non-panel show end first.
As you've leapt off, at that point you think, I'm going in, change your mind, spin in the air, grab the board and land and just do that. Because I think that's a 10. I think it's a 10.
It was the moment of indecision
that made you stumble.
Changed how I mean, I can't entirely...
Did you...
It's bizarre, considering it happened to me, that I can't entirely visualise it.
What are you thinking, Lee?
I want to know exactly how Shailene talked down David.
She said, "Are you all right?" Which, wasn't the best question in the world, but...
she's clearly trained.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I think I said something like, oh, yeah, sorry, I slipped.
Sorry, I slipped? 1 minute you're panicking, and then sorry, I slipped. Forgive me. Even in near-death situations, you're middle class. Sorry, I slipped, my dear.
I didn't say...
Did you fetch my cravat? It appears to have wafted away.
I didn't say sorry I slipped in a suave tone of voice. But I did say sorry because it's very deeply ingrained in me to apologise at almost any occasion.
So how did you say it then, if you didn't say it in a suave
Sorry,
way?
I slipped! Sorry, I slipped!
Like that. You were quite panicked.
I was quite panicked.
What happened then? What did she say?
She said, it's all right, stay calm. Too late. I screamed.
Where is she? She's on the floor, is she up top?
She has got on the diving board.
Well, she's
giving it a little wobble, yeah? She's giving it a little wobble.
She's not got to the boingy end.
Do you mind if I have a little skip whilst we're doing this?
It was only after a few minutes had passed that she threatened to boing me off.
Wow! I'll tell you what, these municipal swimming pools... Do you know what? I would say that constitutes heavy petting.
So you were hanging on for a few minutes?
No, not really for a few. I think for about 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes?
Oh, no, right.
The eagle-eyed lifeguard?
She just...
Oh, I wish I could use me whistle. How did she make you go from I don't want to let go to let go? What kind of words did she use?
It's OK, just drop in. I promise you won't
just
hit
drop
the bottom.
in!
I'm around 3 o'clock till 6 on Thursday. Do you have Earl Grey ice cream?
Feel free to drop in anytime you like.
So go on. Yeah, so go on. So you're hanging up. But what did she say to make you let go?
I think it's fine. You won't hurt yourself. She said, this happens a lot. If you'd come in here half an hour earlier, there'd been 3 of you on 3 of the boards. Only just cleared the last backlog.
OK, so, Lee, we need an answer. Is Shailene Dermot's romance rejecter, Mel's teddy stuffing supplier, or David's diving board saviour? What do you think?
David has had to hang on to something for 4 or 5 minutes.
That's a long time to hang on. You couldn't hang on that long.
Dermot said she had black hair.
156.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It's a lot, and it's a very specific number.
Too precise.
I think Mel.
It's got to be Mel.
Mel had emotion and feeling.
You say Mel?
I would go Mel.
I'll go with the team and say Mel.
You're all in agreement. OK. Shailene, please reveal your true identity.
Hi, I'm Shailene, and Dermot asked me out 156 times.
Thank you, Shailene. Thank you very much. So, Fiona, what is Laura to you?
This is Laura. She fell asleep when she came on the Antiques Roadshow while an expert was valuing her egg cups.
Mickey, how do you know Laura?
This is Laura. She owns my local chippy. And she said if I got her close to Steve, she would give me free chips for the rest of the year.
Finally, David, what's your relationship with Laura?
This is Laura. She's the first woman I ever bought flowers for. I gave them to her to say sorry for being sick on her floor.
So there we are. Fiona's conked-out collector, Mickey's chip shop chum, or David's bouquet buddy. Lee's team.
OK, so, Mickey, when was this incident?
It's not an incident. It's built up over time, because I've been going in there and Laura says to me, oh, I've seen you on the TV, and we got chatting. And she's always going on about Steve. Oh, do you ever work with Steve? And I'm like,
and
yes,
this is just coincidence.
He's young and good-looking. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
What's the name of the chip shop, Mickey?
The Zappian.
The what?
The Zappian.
The Zappian. What does that mean?
Zappian. I don't know. Not everything makes sense in the world.
All I know is I used to live very near you, as you know, and I don't remember...
Hence the court case.
Yeah. I don't remember the Zappian chip shop.
I sort of stumbled on it, if anything. It was sort of en route, because I would normally go to the Codfather, as you know, in East Dulwich.
I prefer the new one, the Codfather 2. Set the scene and talk us through the moment when you knew you were going to be on with Steve and you had this thing to tell. How did it go?
I come in with my little boy, Friday night tradition, we go and get fish and chips, right? OK.
I know you see your boy on a Friday night.
Yeah, but he finishes band. He finishes band. I get the tag removed for the evening, and we go and pick it up. I walk in and I say to her, I'm only on with that Steve Jones who you always go on about, like, you know, roughly that. We have a chat. This is what.
And she says.
And she said, could you get me on the show? I'd love to meet him. Could you? And I said, yeah, I think I can.
Yeah.
I didn't run round there and knock her up in the morning.
Mickey, no one doubts what you'll do for a free bag of chips.
Laura, can you look at me, Laura?
Laura's not allowed to speak, Steve.
No, she's not speaking. She's just looking at me.
She's not allowed.
I don't want her to speak. I just want her to
drowning, Steve.
You can't touch her. She's not allowed to look at me.
No.
She can look at you.
Oh, that's all I want. I'm not going to speak to her.
That's how it always starts, isn't it? Now, is this close enough,
He
do
wants
you
to see
think?
if she looks adoringly, doesn't he? That's the thing.
She couldn't look any less interested.
This lady does not care for me. Not at all. Not in the slightest. Nothing.
And yet, you watch what happens now. OK. Fiona, were you the person interviewing her when she fell asleep?
No. It was one of our experts, Will Farmer, who's a ceramic specialist, and so he was the one who was talking to her.
So you didn't witness this event, this is something you found out later?
No, I did witness it, because I saw it on the monitor. I waited to see what would happen, because I thought it was pretty funny.
Thought it was funny. I think this woman just died. She's going to be an antique soon.
You'd be surprised how often people do fall asleep on the roadshow, because it's a very long day.
I wouldn't.
Oh.
How many egg cups was it?
Well, I don't know how many were in the entire collection, but on the table were about a dozen.
Oh, sorry.
Are you sure?
Sorry.
You ask.
No, please.
Did you...
Well, I promise you, right, I won't do it again. Claudia, have you got a question?
I do. Did Laura immediately say, yes, I've fallen asleep? Like, was she open about falling asleep, or did she wake up and do that thing where, I think I've got away with this?
She kind of went like that.
How much?
Tell me the period of time from when you noticed her falling asleep to when she woke up.
It was only about 30 seconds, probably. It's not,
30
not
seconds?
That's a long time on television to have someone falling asleep.
Yeah, but this didn't end up in the finished show,
It
surely.
didn't.
No. And Laura was embarrassed.
because the egg cups weren't quite interesting enough.
Oh, dear. OK, David, tell us your fact again, if you can remember it.
Well, she's the first woman I ever bought flowers for, and it was to say sorry for being sick on her floor.
Right.
When was this?
I was a student, so it would have been in the mid-90s.
Was it a party?
It was sort of... there were a group of people had gone back to her room after being
David,
in a bar.
just so you know, that's called a party.
Well, no, well... what I'm saying is invitations hadn't been issued.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to...
There's a gang of you, you've gone back,
Yeah.
you're drunk. At what point do you throw up? You are not awful.
Claudia, wait a minute. We don't know if he was drunk or not.
Were you drunk?
I was drunk.
OK.
Right. So you get back to the room, you put on some music. What do you do?
Well, there was definitely drinking.
Yes.
I think there might have been crisps.
Right.
I'll tell you what, all the clues are saying party.
Yeah.
It is looking that way, isn't it?
There was a brief round of musical statues, but it didn't really... No, I remember sitting on a sofa and drinking, and then it goes a bit... my memory fades slightly.
Oh.
So I think I might have fallen asleep.
Before that?
Dozed off, passed out.
And then suddenly you wake up and you think, I'm not going to make it. Do you ask for a bucket?
No, I didn't think I was going to die. I don't remember much. I remember I wake up, I'm definitely going to be sick in a minute, and I essentially have enough time to lean forward.
Oh.
And then someone produces a bin. Sort
Yes.
of, I would say, 60% of the way through the process.
And what about the flowers? When did they come into it?
The next day. I woke up the next day and felt very hungover and quite guilty.
Did she clean it up? Did she say...
I think
Didn't
she
ask.
cleaned it up, but
OK.
I certainly... what I didn't say is, here's some flowers, and if it's still festering there, I'll go and clean it up now.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team. Is Laura Fiona's conked-out collector, Mickey's chip shop chum, or David's bouquet buddy?
Who do you want to rule out?
Mickey.
You want to rule Mickey out?
The Zappian? What? Who? What?
So you want to rule out Mickey for no other reason than the name of the chip shop?
The other thing is, I don't want to get pernickety, but unless Mickey has some magical line to the producer who goes, who's on 3 weeks in advance, I found out who I was with, I think, today. Like, I don't think you know that far.
To be honest with you, Claudia, some people get booked well in advance.
Was it just me? I think she went to university with David and he threw up on her carpet.
Mitchell's not vomiting on people's carpets. He's a class act.
The one thing you can say about vomit is that everyone's done it, including the Queen.
That is treason! You conjuring up the image in people's minds of Her Majesty hunched over the toilet bowl, heaving and heaving and heaving. You disgust me. Her crown falling in, picking it out, giving it a rinse.
Right, so Claudia, you're saying David. You're saying... Mickey. We'll go with Mickey.
OK, you're saying it's Mickey.
Right, Mickey.
OK, yeah. Right. Laura, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Laura, and David gave me flowers after he was sick on his car.
Yes, Laura is David's bouquet buddy. Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. So, Ronan, what is Maria to you?
This is Maria. She is the Boys' Own competition winner that 20 years ago won the duvet from my bed.
Toff, how do you know Maria?
So, this is Maria. She works for my new business venture, selling clip-on earrings for dogs.
And finally, David, what is your relationship with Maria?
This is Maria, and she once gave me a ginger nut when I came over all queasy on a glass-bottomed boat.
Lee's team, where will you begin?
Well, we'll begin with Ronan, I think. So she won your duvet 20 years ago. First of all, what was the competition? What was it? Was it on a TV show?
It was my 21st birthday, and it was a radio show. And on the radio show, we did a competition to give away my duvet.
Was it actually your duvet, or did you just buy a duvet?
It was actually my duvet.
Sorry, just to be clear, do you mean the duvet or the duvet cover, or both?
It was all of it.
You can't just... Oh, you mean all the horrible old manky duvet bit that's inside there? Full of coffee stains and others.
What did she have to do? So it's a radio show. They're going, very good morning to you. You're going to be your chance today to win Ronan Keating's duvet.
I was in Ireland. It was in Ireland.
Sorry?
It was in Ireland.
Sorry, Ronan, he's got a limited range.
Oh, sorry.
The only chance you've got is if Ronnie Corbett co-hosted.
What did she have to do?
It was a competition. People had to send me a birthday card.
Right.
And I would pick one of the birthday cards out.
So tell us how it worked. Talk us through it.
We were actually doing the show live from my house on my birthday. And...
now it's... nice detail.
They came to the house. Yeah.
Right.
And so we did it from there. So they wanted an item from my house.
So they just had to send you a birthday card, and you would choose the best. And how did you judge the picture? What was it?
We put the cards in the washing machine.
You put the cards in
the washing machine.
In the washing machine.
So, and we spun it around a bit, and then I put my hand in and I took a card out, and it was Maria's.
Did you sign it, the duvet?
I did.
Was it a single or a double?
It was a double.
Did they have buttons along the top or the side?
Down the end.
Right, you're lying. Nobody would know that. Nobody would remember that.
Everyone knows that. How else do you think they got the duvet in and out?
Duvet from 20 years ago?
Well, from whatever era, it has to have buttons on. How do you get the duvet in and out?
No, sometimes the buttons are down the side. You said it was on the end. You'd never remember where
it depends on which way you turn it.
No, side.
They're always at the bottom. No,
buttons are never down the side. Never.
I think I know what's happening here. I think you've got the duvet the wrong way round.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question? Do you find, when you're sleeping at night, that your neck and knees and toes get very cold?
Let's move on. Who would you like to question next?
Let's go with Toff. Toff, you are claiming what?
So, Maria basically runs the production of my new business venture, making clip-on earrings for dogs.
OK. How's that going?
Well...
Are you going for a particular breed, or is it for any dogs?
No, it's for any dogs, but we've had to be quite careful about the clasps, because obviously dogs' ears are quite thin.
Yeah.
We've got 10 different styles.
I'll go through them all quickly.
So, oh, God, do I have to do all of them? I'm not sure that's embarrassing.
Do you want to change it to 3?
We've got 2 pearl ones. We've got, like, a small one and then a longer one.
Oh, you're gonna get through the 10 like that, are you? Then we've got a medium-sized pearl. Then we've got a very large pearl one. Basically, we've got 10 sizes of pearl.
If I wanted to put an earring on my schnauzer, how would I go about it?
Well, the company's called Dog and Sloan. Get it?
Dog and Sloan, I like that. That's very good.
I wanted Bone Ranger, but it was already taken, which is
yes,
annoying.
That's my website, isn't it?
What does Maria do for your business, and how did you recruit her?
I found her on... it's called Radio HP. Have you heard of it? It's like Gumtree for posh people.
It's like what?
Gumtree for posh people.
Right.
It is. What did the advert say?
They just said, work based in Battersea, production manager
Battersea,
needed.
because you think they'd be good clients, though?
Yeah,
captive audience,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's what homeless dogs are looking for, priority, isn't it? Who's looking for a new home, then? No, I'm looking for a new pearl drop. They do an array of size of pearls, apparently. How big is this business going to be that you're going to have people?
Maria's one of 4.
She's one of 4 staff members that are working for
I'm
you.
not joking.
Okay?
I promise.
One of 4.
Oh, you promised? Well, why didn't you say? Oh, I didn't know you were promising. Oh, that's a whole different ball game. Oh, we don't need to ask anymore. We don't need to ask David. It's tough. She's telling the truth because she's promised, doesn't she?
What about David?
OK, remind us, David, of your...
Well, Maria gave me a ginger nut when I was... when I came over all queasy on a glass-bottomed boat.
I've known you long enough, David, to know that you would not accept a ginger nut from a stranger.
Where were you in the world?
I was near the island of Capri in Italy.
Who were you with, David?
I was on my own.
On your own?
You were on your own?
Yeah.
On holiday on your own?
No, my wife and child had consented to join me on a holiday.
Why were you queasy?
Because of the undulation of the boat caused by the action of the sea.
Nothing to do with the glass bottom, then? It wasn't because
I think it might have been something to do with the glass bottom, because one thing they tell you not to do if you're suffering from motion sickness in a boat or a car, they tell you don't just stare at the floor. If you've paid to go for a ride on a glass-bottomed boat, you're wasting your money if you just stare at the horizon, which you can do from the land. The whole point of the glass-bottomed boat is to look straight at the bottom of the boat, which is, ironically, the very action that will make you nauseous. And I say it's a design fault.
What was Maria doing on the boat?
Glass-bottomed boats are for tourists, really. They're not used much in international freight. So we were all of us on the boat, really, apart from the driver, was there in a capacity of a tourist.
And she came prepared for the trip with some ginger nuts?
Yes.
We all do. Who doesn't go sailing without ginger nuts?
Well, me.
Well, ginger nuts are... That's what they recommend. just recently did a programme with the Navy, and that's what they recommended. Ginger nuts, they swear by them for travel sickness, for motion sickness.
Do they?
Absolutely.
Ginger nut biscuits?
They do.
So she said to you, let me offer you a ginger nut. Did Maria say anything else? What was the exchange, then?
I can't really remember, but she said...
What, you just ignored her? You took the ginger... You went, thanks very much. Oh. Is that what you did?
Yeah, well, I mean, that is how my face is, so, you know...
Right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Maria Ronan's bedding buddy, Toff's doggy designer, or David's seasick Samaritan?
Well, I think Toff's out.
Is she?
Yeah, surely, right? No one's buying doggy earrings.
Well, I think as upsetting and disgusting as it is,
yeah,
it's Ronan.
I don't
Far more
find that
upsetting.
Ronan's?
No.
Don't you?
As, like, a 12-year-old girl, I would have loved to have won Mark
Yeah.
Owen's duvet.
Yeah.
That would look like a flannel.
What about David?
Well, you see, David, nauseous, on a boat, no one was gone with him. It's all ringing true, isn't it?
So let's make a decision.
It's Ronan.
Ronan. We'll go for it.
You're going to say it's Ronan? OK. Maria, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Maria, and I won Ronan Keating's duvet.
Yes, Maria did win Ronan's duvet, and she has kept it all those years, and it's here.
Which side does it? Open!
Oh, yeah? But he signed it, that's nice.
Yeah.
And just clarify, there was never a cover.
There was never a cover?
Never a cover.
You cheapskate.
Which is different to their albums, which was full of covers.
There you go. Isn't that nice? Hello, Maria.
Come on, 2 years later, how are you? Nice to see you.
Now that's how you treat your fans, Lee. And this is your most treasured possession.
Yes,
Well, that's... And where's it been for all these years?
the attic.
In the attic. Really treasured. Well, Maria, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Safe trip home. Lovely, thank you for coming.
Thank
Maria.
you very much.
So, Joe Brand, what is Andy to you?
Sandy, and he once helped me break into an ex-boyfriend's house through the dog flap so I could steal all his pants.
Right. Paul, how do you know Andy?
This is Andy. He is a great believer in telekinesis, and together we conduct experiments to try and move objects with the power of our minds.
OK, and finally, David, what's your relationship with Andy?
This is Andy. I once accidentally nudged him into a fountain whilst trying to take a photo of a tank.
Well, there we are. Joe's fellow pants pincher, Paul's psychic sidekick, or David's fountain friend. Lee, where do you want to start?
Joe. Just talk us through the incident again.
Well, I was probably about 18-ish, something like that.
Yeah.
And
You just got in from a long hitch, had you?
Yeah. And Andy was a friend of mine. I was going out with this bloke who was a millionaire. We went to a party next door to his house. He ended up snogging someone else at this party.
All right. Who did he snog?
A woman with blonde hair. I can't remember her name.
Roisin.
So I was quite cross, and I just wanted to do something to make my feelings.
And you decided to go through the dog flap?
Yeah.
What kind of dog did he have?
A St Bernard. No. No, he had a fat Scotty dog.
Like a Highland Terrier?
Yeah.
They're tiny.
I know, but I was thin at the time, so I used to be thin when I was a teenager.
You might have been thick, but you weren't, like, 1 foot high. Terriers are like big cats.
I didn't walk straight through. I wriggled through it, like wriggled. Yeah.
What was Andy's part in this?
Andy's part in it was that he helped push me through from the garden.
See, not as easy now, is it? You needed a friend to get you through that time.
Well, a bit, yeah, and he kept watch in case...
Case what?
The neighbours noticed.
Yeah, best way to stop anyone noticing someone going for a dog flap is to have someone stood up next to him.
Yeah, a complete stranger standing next to the door's a bit suspicious.
Well...
When you got in the house, what did you do?
Went to his bedroom.
Yeah.
Got all his pants out of the drawer and all his pants out of the washing basket. Threw them out into the garden. And then we went and chucked them in a bin and then went to the pub or something.
Why the pants? If he's a millionaire, why didn't you take... What, if you were going to break in and risk getting arrested, why didn't you steal something or break something or write on, like, a painting?
Because a bit of me wanted to do something that he would think was a bit weird. And
Did he ever
possibly not know it was me.
Did he ever find out?
I never saw him again.
So you don't know to this day if he ever...
No.
He knows now.
He knows now, yeah.
Well, hopefully he's dead, so he doesn't. Joke, everyone.
The good thing is, Joe, as long as you've moved on... Blimey.
Right, who else would you like to quiz?
OK, Paul, so you believe that it's possible to move an object with the power of thought?
Yeah, it's not just possible, we've done it.
What things have you moved?
We moved a vase.
You moved the vase? Right. How far did the vase move?
About half an inch.
Right.
About.
How many times have you done this, Paul?
We've moved things about 3 or 4 times.
What other things have you moved?
We moved crisp packet.
Well, they do... Was the window open, by any chance?
No, it was full. It was full, and there was no wind. There's no way that could have moved. It turned.
It turned. How do you know it just didn't move on its own, without telekinesis?
Well, because if you put a crisp packet in conditions with no wind, it won't just turn.
It could go on its own if it was Walker's.
But it's got air in it.
Or skips.
Oh, skips, yeah.
Can you move fruit?
Oh, hello.
But, you know, I couldn't... It would take some time. It takes... And It doesn't work in this kind of environment with sceptical people watching, everyone all just sort of judging.
Is it better with gullible people? You've moved a vase, a crisp packet. Yeah. You said there were 2 others. What are they?
A remote control.
A remote control. Remote control. What was the last?
A cushion.
Have you ever visually seen anything move, or have you closed your eyes, opened them, and it's moved?
Yeah, we've always closed our eyes.
Yeah.
And...
Do you know what? I think I know what's going on.
No, but neither of us moved. We were both at opposite ends.
No, I know. I'm not doubting you, Paul. I'm just saying your friend Andy might be a bit of a charlatan.
What about David?
Where did this happen, then? Come on, tell us all.
It happened at a military museum in France.
Military museum in France. He's taken a photograph of a tank.
Which military museum in France?
Good question. It was called the Musée des Blindés.
Well, what does that mean in English?
I think it means there's a museum of armour.
Right. He knows I can't argue with him. Say anything.
Whereabouts in France?
I think it's quite near. It's sort of in the middle-ish on the left.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah. And what were you doing there?
I was looking round the museum.
Museums, tank museums.
Yeah.
Do you do this often?
Well, we were. Me and I've got a wife now.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
It's definitely a lie.
To be honest, I'm surprised that's never come up on the card. You'd never have believed it.
So this is quite recently?
It's, last summer.
Last summer, you said, darling, it's time for you to know the truth about me.
Well,
now it's time to know the real me. Museums, France, come on!
I knew you had a microphone in our bedroom.
So, talk us through the incident with Andy and how that actually happened.
Well, outside the sort of front bit, there's like a piece of artillery and a tank. And I wanted to take a picture of the tank, as well I might, you know.
What sort of tank was it, David?
It was a German tank.
Was it?
A Tiger tank.
A Tiger tank?
Yeah.
So you've taken a photograph of your granddad's tank, and then... and how did it crop up? I want to know the actual mechanics of how he ends up.
I've not taken the picture at this point. I'm trying to get the tank in frame, and I was backing away, you know, just slowly, and there was a sort of pondy, fountainy bit, which people...
A what?
A pondy, fountainy bit.
Oh, right. I genuinely thought you were speaking French again.
Yeah.
Like a pondy, fountainy bit.
Ah! And I just...
You backed into it?
I backed it, I just sort of with my elbow.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, he was obviously...
He was obviously what?
It was obviously... I don't know, I was about to say, you know, I was about to see how that sentence finished myself, Lee. But now I need another runner.
Here we go. This is what I want to know. You've backed into him. There can only be 2 things. He's either looking at you, and for some reason beyond anything, he just thought, well, I better just stand here and be pushed into the fountain, or he's facing the fountain, in which case, why is a man facing a fountain so close? Was he weeing into the fountain?
He was standing on the rim, eating a baguette.
Was he?
OK.
Was he? Was he wearing a beret? Did he have onions round his neck?
No.
How deep was the water into which he fell?
About 8 feet.
8 feet?
Not 8 feet. Not 8 feet. No, it was about a foot.
All right, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Andy Joe's fellow pants pincher, Paul's psychic sidekick, or David's fountain friend?
David's fountain friend.
You think it's David's fountain friend?
Without a doubt.
Well, please tell me at least there's a doubt.
I've never felt more confident.
Wow. Ray, are you of sound mind?
I agree. I agree.
You agree as well?
Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, it was David.
Lee, you're not as sure?
I'm not sure it's David. Usually I would have dismissed someone pretending that they've moved a vase half-inch. There's something about Paul that makes me think, yeah, he looks like the kind of man who, in his own deluded mind, thinks he has done it. And which in itself is a truth, isn't it? If you think it's true, then it's true. But I think Joe's stories is the most likely because I've known Jo for some years and I can confirm she is bitter and twisted.
So your two teammates say one thing, you say another. What are you going to do?
So we'll go with David's ludicrous story and say that it was David.
You're saying it's David. OK. Andy, would you please reveal your true identity?
Hi, my name's Andy, and I helped Jo steal her ex-boyfriend's pants.
Ladies and gentlemen, Andy, thank you very much. Right, we'll start with you, David O'Doherty. What is Mark to you?
Well, this is Mark, and together we started a lost animals detective agency.
So there we have it. David's animal detective. What about you, Catherine? What's your connection to Mark?
This is Mark. He is my recycling man, and last year he put a note through my door saying he thought we were eating too many takeaways.
All right, Catherine's healthy eating recycling man. David Mitchell, your relationship with Mark?
This is Mark. He saved me from choking in Argos after
David, you haven't even heard of Argos.
He saved me from choking in Argos after I swallowed one of their little pens.
There we have it.
I would like to know precisely what is implausible about that.
So there we have it. David O'Doherty's private eye for pets, Catherine's judgmental bin man, or David's high street hero. Lee's team, where to begin?
Well, let's start with Catherine. How many takeaways were you eating?
Chinese, Thai, and pizzas.
Yeah, that's the first night. What about the second night?
Indians. I wasn't having takeaways every night. This is why I personally think it was a very rude thing to do. I mean, apart from the fact that it's none of this man's business, who I don't know. He's basically my staff.
Yeah.
So, you know,
How often does your staff turn up to take away the refuse?
God, I don't. My husband deals with all the rubbish and stuff.
I don't quite know what that means. I mean, he doesn't deal with booking them, does he? They just come every week.
He puts the rubbish out, Lee.
You still might know how often they come.
I accept that, but you said your husband deals with it, whatever that means. It means he's the one. And in my family,
your wife
Mrs.
does it,
Bryden is happy for me to put the rubbish out. I do it every Thursday
Do you take
night.
a little stepladder out with you?
Yes, because I can't reach the top of the wheelie bin, so... or sometimes I just take a run at it.
Cascading down on your head. And then, when you think it's all over the place, the little mammals turn up to clear all the rubbish. Give us a rough average over 2 weeks at that time. How many takeaways were you eating?
Every other night, I think.
So that's what? That's normal to me, isn't it?
He writes a note and it says...
It said, I remember it beginning with, I hope you don't think this is rude, and, you know, it is rude,
Yeah.
and it was rude.
I hope this is rude, but...
I wonder if you've considered that you may be eating too many takeaways. Yours, Mark.
So stand up.
What?
Stand up.
I am standing up.
No. All them takeaways, let's have a look
That's
at you.
my mic pack.
I'm going to go and have a quick feel.
Oh, my God.
I'm allowed to, I'm gay.
If it turns out this whole facade has been a lie, Louis...
It's right, I'm gay.
Can I just say, Catherine, I'm gay.
Well, I can tell you, she doesn't feel like she's eaten a lot of takeaways. She's firm and tiny.
Well, thank God that was the answer, because it would have been awful if it had gone back up. She's telling the truth.
No, she's tight.
Stinks of curry.
No, she's tight and toned.
Lee, what about your other suspects?
David O'Doherty.
Hello.
Hi. You were running a detective agency for lost animals, is that correct?
Well, we started off just as a detective agency generally.
And then these lost animals started ringing you up saying, can you find my owner for me?
No.
What?
It's the mid-'80s in Dublin. There's a lot of crime. And we were 8 or 9, and we decided we were going to do something about the crime.
So you start off this detective agency, and it doesn't go so well. So you think you need to be a bit more niche.
We just weren't getting the caseload. We were getting nothing.
Did you recover any lost animals?
Well, in the window of the local shop, there seemed to be some people had lost cats and dogs. So, and some of them were offering cash rewards. It was decided that we would ring up one of these people, and as I had the most mature voice of the agency, I had to speak to the lady.
And what would you say?
Hello, is that Mrs. Whitaker? And she would go, yes. And I'd say, and did you lose a cat called Whiskers recently? And she'd go, oh yes, oh yes. And I'd go, well, you're in luck, because my 8-year-old friend and I have set up a pet-finding detective agency. And we're going to take on your case.
And did you have any results? Any good results? Did you ever find an animal, ever?
No.
What about the other David, as he's now known?
Oh, we're
Mr.
actually
Mitchell?
considering that, are we?
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
What were you buying in Argos?
A kettle.
Talk me through the process of how it worked when you went to Argos.
Well, I walked through the door and I looked through the catalogue to find the kettle.
Good start.
Yeah.
What type of kettle did you go for?
For boiling water.
So, you've seen the kettle, and then what? What happens next?
I filled in I checked on the little keypad that they had it in stock.
I'll tell you what, you are down with the kids.
This, the pen that you swallowed, how long was it?
It was sort of about that long, I think.
And you choked?
Absolutely marvellous. Never such a clean sentence meant so much.
Why did you put it in your mouth?
I was sort of chewing the end of it, sort of thinking.
Trying to look working class.
I sneezed.
You sneezed? The way you do when you sneeze and suck in at the same time, yeah?
And what else? You had a backdraft effect, did you? And he went, straight in.
So you sneezed?
In order, I involuntarily inhaled before the exhalation.
Are you like Hoover Man? Did everything implode into your gob? That's my child! Get his legs! So Mark's ran up to you.
Yeah.
Does he give you the Heimlich manoeuvre?
No. He just sort of patted me hard on the back a few times.
Right. We need an answer.
I can't see Mr. Mitchell in Argos.
I think it could be true, his story, because he looks quite Irish, quite fair, isn't he? And...
He looks Irish?
Yeah, I think he looks Irish.
So what are you going to say then, Lee?
Should we say David O'Doherty?
Yeah. I've told you, I mean, you don't blame me, that's all I'm saying.
We're going to go David O'Doherty.
You're saying David O'Doherty. OK, Mark, would you now please reveal your true identity?
David O'Doherty and I ran a pet detective agency.
Yes, it's absolutely true. You had a detective agency.
I was at home rooting around, and we made business cards. And the caption at the bottom is, "We handle everything."
You're the first detective.
Yeah.
And Mark is...
He's down as notes.
Down as notes. Notes. You've reduced him to an inanimate noun.
What a man. Thank you very much, Mark. So, Claude, what is Ian to you?
Well, this is Ian, and he's keeping my motorbike in his shed, and my wife doesn't know that I've actually got a motorbike.
Jordan, how do you know Ian?
This is Ian. We used to regularly drive to a field together and howl at the moon.
And David, what is your relationship with Ian?
This is Ian. He's the taxi driver who cooked me a fried egg sandwich on the engine of his car.
So there we have it. Lee, where do you want to start?
Well, we could do with one more, because none of them are sounding very convincing. So, Jordan, Why would you bark at the moon?
Because full moon, you know, like, it's what you do.
Oh, so you would only do...
No, you don't.
You would only do the full moon?
Yeah, it'd be a full moon.
Where would you do this?
A field.
How old were you?
4. My mum was there, and some of her friends.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And do you know how old he is? Roughly.
4.
I noticed you had to glance there, Jordan, just
40.
to check. 40? So he's 15 years older than you. So when you were 4, he was 19, right? What's your relationship with this man?
He's like my mum's mate.
He's your mum's friend, and so your mum would howl at the moon?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, my mum loves the moon. In fact,
sounds like you all love the moon.
Yeah. My mum's name's actually Emma Luna, because she likes the moon.
Right.
Hang on, what, she changed her name to that?
Yeah, I think she was called Emmalina.
And what's his name?
Well,
Do you want a minute to think?
It's Ian Howell.
Ian Howell?
Ian Howell?
Yeah.
Ian Howell and Emma Luna. And did you have a moon-associated name at that time?
I wanted one.
But you weren't old enough to get your moon
You hadn't
name.
earned your moon name.
They just kept calling you son. You're not ready yet, son. How many people were in the field howling at the moon?
I don't know, it was dark.
How long are you doing this? How long are you howling at the moon for? You there
How
all
long
night?
for?
Yeah.
Just until we felt better.
Better? What was up with you?
It's very therapeutic howling at the moon.
But yeah, therapy for what? What was up with you?
Well, you know, the month gets a bit like...
Yeah,
oh,
you look at your hands, they've gone really hairy.
Yeah, yes.
We better howl at the moon.
I had quite a hippie upbringing, you know, it's just getting a one with nature.
So it's getting in one with nature. It was a bit of a hippie...
Feeling the energy.
How long
We just had a thunder moon, actually. Very powerful.
You've just had one?
Yeah, recently.
We have just had one.
Yeah, we did.
I haven't personally had a thunder moon. It's not like a moon. It's not like a dish. I had thunder moon last night. It was fantastic.
I had curry last night. I had thunder moon this morning.
All right, who else would you like to question? Claude, why don't you remind us of
Sorry, Claude, yes.
how you know Ian?
Well, I know Ian because I first met him about a year ago, and he came to fix a leak in my house. In the course of conversation, he said that he's got a motorbike. And actually, I've always wanted a motorbike.
Right, have you never owned one before?
No, I haven't.
OK.
No.
So you've never ridden one?
I probably have on holiday, but not really.
Right.
What bike is it?
What bike have I actually bought?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad you've asked me that. It's called... I don't know how familiar you are with bikes.
Well, let's assume he is.
OK. It's called a Fat Boy.
Oh, good.
Fat Boy.
It's a Harley Davidson.
And when did you take your test?
No, I haven't taken the test. That's why the bike's in his shed.
Because you can't drive it?
Not yet,
So
but I can start it up.
Why has he told you why?
I don't think she'd approve.
Well, do you think this is not going to give it away a bit on national television?
But sooner or later, the truth must out, and I've chosen tonight.
You've got a Harley Davidson that you're just happy not to ride around.
Well, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. It's more of a status symbol, do you know what I mean?
It's only a
I've got
status symbol
Harley.
if it's outside the shed and you're sat on it. It's not a status symbol if it's someone's shed and no one sees it. You might as well have bought a rake. And you go and visit the bike?
I do.
So have a look at it.
Well, what I do is I tell my wife I'm going on a business meeting, and that gives me a few hours of leeway, and I go and go to the shed,
and what do you
start up the bike, feel the throbbing.
What do you think your wife's going to say when she's watching this programme? Apart from, why did you go on that?
Well, the thing is that actually she's in the audience now, so it's even
She's
worse.
here tonight?
She is.
Well, this will be nice for her to find out. How much did you pay for it?
Well, the thing is, the list price was around 17,500.
And how much did you
I said
pay?
that quickly, so it doesn't kind of get too much.
And how much did you pay,
I
darling?
paid a shade under 15 grand, which I think you'll find is a very good price.
Why did they give you $2.5 grand off? Because you're clearly a rich...
Because that's the way I do deals.
You're just good at doing deals?
Yeah, that's the way I roll.
Now, when you do come to ride this bike, what will your attire be? Will you be wearing leathers?
Yes. I've already bought my leathers.
You wear the leathers when you go to look at it?
Yeah.
You don't.
I do. But the thing is that with me, it's just that I just wanted to have the wind in my hair.
All right, what about David?
Remind us again, please, David.
This is Ian, and he's the taxi driver who cooked me a fried egg sandwich on the engine of his car.
And where were you going from and to?
I was going from a holiday home in the West Country, in Cornwall.
Your holiday home?
No, I temporarily had legal access to the holiday home. Quite a common... I don't know what the name of it in contract law would be, but it's like when you go on holiday to a holiday home, and it's not your holiday home, but you're allowed to be there for a bit if you give them money.
It's called a rental.
Rental?
That's right. So you're at a rental home?
And then I was leaving it to go to a railway station.
What station was it?
Bodmin Parkway.
You definitely started the word Bodmin, not knowing how that was going to end.
And he drove you to Bodmin Parkway?
Yes.
And when did the fried egg, when did that come out in conversation?
Yeah.
When we'd arrived at the...
You'd already arrived?
Didn't you have a train to catch?
Yes, but the train...
Yes.
...had been cancelled.
Ah.
Why?
And then...
Why was it cancelled?
I can't remember. But it
how
does
long did you-
sometimes. Believe me, that can happen.
Could he not just drive you into Bodmin and find a cafe?
I think
go
he's
to a cafe?
proud of his egg-on engine cooking skills.
How did he do
I
it?
think
Did he have a frying pan on the engine?
No.
happened?
Aluminium foil.
So he has this with him, did he?
Oh, he didn't have any of this with him, no.
Yeah.
He mimed it.
You've got...
And where did he find the egg?
He had it in the car.
He had an egg in the car?
Oh, that's weird.
I tell you what, he didn't just have one egg. He had, I think, I would estimate between 3 and 6.
Where did he keep these eggs?
Yeah.
In an egg box.
No, but where was the egg box? Was it in the boot?
No, I think it was in a bag in the boot.
A bag in the boot?
Boot, bag, egg box, eggshell, white yolk.
You've forgotten everything.
For a man like you, David, it seems socially awkward to be standing round the engine with a bit of tin foil and...
But isn't that more reason that it happened? Any normal people like us would just go, "You're all right, mate," and walk off. He stuck out. Well, I suppose I'd better forget the train and just have an egg sandwich.
Forget the train. I'm waiting. I've got to wait there an hour. Yeah, I'm not trying to sort of forge a new life with Ian at Bodmin Parkway car park. Oh, we've got 4 eggs. That'll see us through the next day or 2.
So, we need an answer. Lee's team. Is Ian Claude's motorbike minder, Jordan's moonlight mate, or David's fried egg friend?
What I don't like about David's story is the idea that there was another... I live in the southwest. That there was another train in an hour. They're not that...
Brilliant. They're like once a day.
There's like 3 trains on that line from Bodmin.
You've been done. Wow.
OK, what about Claude and the motorbike?
The idea that he wouldn't tell his wife
Yeah, I think that's
that he's
silly.
bought a motorbike, I actually do buy. I buy that bit. The bit I don't buy is that he chooses a light entertainment show that's been nominated for 3 BAFTAs we've never won, to tell everybody, mainly his wife, that that is what he's done.
All right, now what about Jordan and Howling at the Moon?
I'm liking this
I
story.
still don't know why. He said it's to make him feel better, but...
No, I had hippie parents and I had to do a lot of weird stuff.
What did you have to do?
Oh, we had to go and sit in circles and chant and shout in like, communes in Scotland. Yeah,
Really?
so I had to do weird stuff like that.
Am I the only one that just... We all had to go shoplifting at Freshers?
I'm thinking Jordan.
OK, we'll go... Shall we go for Jordan?
You're going for Jordan?
Oh, it could be Claude. Look at his little eyes. There was, just as I said Jordan then, you were about to turn to be Claude, literally. Like the evil man with the white cat on the... He literally went... Just because of the menacing evil smile, I think we should change it to Claude.
You're going to go with Claude?
Claude.
Yeah. All right, Ian, please reveal your true identity.
I'm Ian, and Jordan and I used to howl at the moon.
Called Ian Howe. And were you called Ian Howe before you were howling at the moon, or did you change your name?
I was always called Ian Howe.
Let's hear the howl. Yes, Ian is Jordan's moonlight mate. Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you. So, Aston, what is Justin to you?
This is Justin, and once I did a backflip in a supermarket and landed in his trolley.
Good luck with that one, Aston.
Olivia, how do you know Justin?
This is Justin. He is my neighbour, and he has had a parcel in my hall for the last 7 months. And he's here tonight because I want him to take it home.
And finally, David, what is your relationship with Justin?
This is Justin. He tried to recruit me to his underground ping pong club after being wowed by my skills with the bat.
So, please, team, where to begin?
OK, so we know you can do the backflip, Aston. I've seen that in action, so that's true. However, there's a little bit of the story I'm doubting. OK. You flipped and you landed in his shopping trolley.
Yeah.
So the big question is, was that deliberate or was it an accident when you were shopping?
An utter accident.
Oh, come on!
I promise you.
Where was this?
In, where was we, Asda?
And whereabouts in the country was this?
Peterborough.
In Peterborough?
My hometown, yeah. So I was with my mum. It was literally, like, not long after myself and the boys did the X Factor, and it was just that kind of crazy time when it's a bit like, OK, everyone's...
That like, kind of crazy time where you think, I'll carry on shopping in Asda in Peterborough?
Why would you be doing backflips just casually in a supermarket? I mean, that's the bizarre bit, isn't it?
Basically, some guy and his daughter just, oh, would you do it? Would you do it? Oh, she's a big fan. And I was just like, I mean, I'm in a supermarket.
Were you on your own?
Oh, no, it was with my mum.
To my knowledge, there are 2 parts of a backflip. The second part is doing the backflip. The first part is having a quick look behind you to check there isn't a trolley or something like that there.
Exactly. But that's not part of the backflip, is it? You can't say there's 2 parts of a backflip. The second part is doing the backflip. You could say that about anything. There's 2 parts of writing a symphony. The second part is writing a symphony. The first part is the day before you write a symphony.
Is it hard to believe that an experienced backflipper wouldn't at some point have learnt to just have a quick...
It's actually on YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
You can check it.
I can check it? Yeah. Well, then stay there. This is one of the easiest rounds we've ever had. I'm just checking it now, Aston.
We'll use that for proof later. It would slightly be not in the spirit of the game, Lee, to...
And also, it's not going to work on my hand, is it? That's not going to... You see? Better actor than you thought, Rob.
When you do a backflip, you know, you don't normally fly in the air afterwards and land higher up. You just kind of land on the same plane.
If you were deliberately trying to backflip into a trolley, I would say that could be done.
But not by accident, because oh, my goodness, it could have...
But then again, he's only a little fella, isn't he? He's only little. I bet he flipped and he landed right in that little baby seat. And then off he went and started his life with a new family. Are you claiming that you landed on your feet?
Yeah.
You landed on your feet in the trolley?
And you stayed stood up?
Of course.
Was this man pushing it at the time?
No, it was there.
Did he think you were a free gift with the cornflakes? Did you land facing him or facing away?
I'll tell you what, I'll show you.
Don't do it,
I'm going to do it, just to prove you, right? Listen.
Aston, darling, don't do anything dangerous. Aston, be careful.
Let's just know, because I'm going to show you, and just
I
how
wish
high
I brought
as
it
well.
up, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. You be
Please
here.
don't do it. No! Oh!
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be here.
Oh! Oh, so you did? Right. I'm sorry, I take back everything I've said. However, you're still lying.
Well, what about Olivia?
OK.
Oh, I've forgotten what she said.
Olivia's got a package in her hallway that she's had for 7 months that he should have collected from her, and I'm quite annoyed by that already. When you say neighbour, you mean actual neighbour or communal...
Not my immediate neighbour on either side, but he's 3 down the road.
OK, and... So he wasn't in and the package came to you with a little card or whatever posted to him to say where it was. Have you still got it?
Yeah. Well, it's here in my dressing room.
Why has it been 7 months?
I don't know. I know he's a wildlife photographer, so he probably travels a lot. And when I've taken it to him, he hasn't been there, so I've left a note. It's still here. And then he's missed me and left a note going, I came, but it wasn't there.
And in the whole 7 months, has he ever left a note to say, sorry, tried to catch...
Oh, yes, 3.
What did the note say?
Sorry.
That was it?
Sorry about the package. I did try, but you weren't in.
The question is this. What is in that package?
I haven't opened it, but it's an irritating shape because you can't get the pushchair through the door hole. You have to fold down the pushchair to get past it.
What?
So it's long and thin, and I think it might be, I don't know, a blind or a, you know, curtain rail.
What's the girth? Is it like that sort of girth?
There's a lot of packaging around it.
So he can't get through his letterbox. You haven't
Oh, no. So you have to... That's the whole point. Well, that's been so irritating. We have to ring the doorbell. He's not there.
OK.
And she said it's really irritating. She sort of looked at him apologetically as if to say, I didn't mean to call you here on telly to say you're an irritating name.
But she is a professional actress.
I know.
So, I mean, she could just be lying.
That's very good, though.
So you've brought it in tonight. You've brought it in.
I thought this would be an extreme...
Is this the only reason you've come on the show? Just to give back a parcel?
What about David and the table tennis?
Oh, we're actually going through with all that, are we?
David, remind us of your supposition.
He tried to recruit me for his underground ping-pong club because he was impressed by my skills with the bat.
Can I just check, when you say underground, do you mean underground literally, it's underground, or do you mean it's a bit devious?
I don't think there was any illegality, but it was, to a certain extent, subterranean. It was in a sort of basement.
In his basement?
No, in the basement of an advertising agency.
Are you good at table tennis?
I'm a bit good at table tennis. Not very good, but
I
I'm
want to get
better
to the
than you'd expect me to be.
And how did this man see you play table tennis?
Well, I played it there at the basement.
How do you know him?
He's a friend. I know him in my life. He works in the media.
To be absolutely clear what you're saying, apart from me and Rob, you have another friend.
You said, David, in your statement, he was wowed by your table tennis.
Yeah.
I've seen you play table tennis, but I don't picture you as being particularly adept at any sport. You don't mind me saying that?
Don't I? OK. Good to know, because I was wondering what I was experiencing. But
Talk me through your serve.
Well, I sort of go...
That's a big bog standard. You don't do...
No, because I like to keep my tongue in my mouth.
Right, ready? Ready?
OK.
I played it to your forehand, you idiot.
Well, I couldn't see the ball's invisible.
Because you're not an actor of sufficient imagination, are you?
If you were a better actor, Rob, you'd know which side that you serve. Do you want me to serve to you, David?
What, don't stop playing with him? No.
It's all right, we can get it over.
No. Stop it. Give me a bat. So there you were, playing table tennis in this underground car park, and what you did wowed him enough to say, please join our team.
Well, firstly, he'd invited me to see the club. Yeah. So I hadn't just turned up and he saw me across a crowded underground thing.
I'm not suggesting romance was involved.
Yeah. Seeing people across a crowded area doesn't mean there's romance involved.
Typically, the expression, I saw him or her cross a crowded room infers romance.
It implies.
Well, we need an answer. So, Lee's team, is Justin Aston's shocked shopper, Olivia's neglectful neighbour, or is he David's ping-pong pal?
I think anyone that's prepared to stand there that long while all this is going on is a wildlife photographer.
Or one of the others, and he's been told to stand there for that long.
If what you're saying there is true, Michaela, then we've had a wildlife photographer on every single episode.
Do you know what he doesn't look like? A man who shops at Asda. He has got Waitrose written all over his face, hasn't he?
I think Olivia's story is very believable.
The apologetic look when she described him as an irritant is either the greatest piece of acting of my generation or a typically British response of, I've got my neighbour on telly and told the whole country how annoying he is.
I'm torn, but I'll go with Olivia then.
You think it's Olivia? Right. Justin, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Justin, and I tried to recruit David for my underground ping pong club.
Yes, Justin is David's ping pong pal. Thank you very much, Justin. Right, Connie.
Sorry, even before we start, I can tell you now, lads, this man does not know David Mitchell.
Connie, what is Ian to you?
And this is Ian. When he brought his lizards onto Blue Peter, one of them went missing. Later that evening, I found it in my handbag.
All right. David, what's your connection?
This is Ian. I sat next to him on a plane, and he had such a fear of flying that I had to hold his hand throughout takeoff and landing.
It turns out David Mitchell might know this man really, really well.
Greg, how do you know Ian?
This is my friend Ian. One night after getting drunk together, he was wrongly arrested on suspicion of murder.
So there we have it. Connie's lizard loser, David's terrified passenger, or Greg's falsely accused friend. Where do you want to start?
So Ian here brought lizards to a flagship BBC children's programme and left going, well, you know, you don't always go home with the same number of lizards. The great thing with Blue Peter is if you lose an animal there, they'll make up a name for it. What type of lizard? Yeah.
Well, there was a selection of lizards. He brought in about 8 or 10 lizards, and there were chameleons.
And did one of them change its colour to the same as your handbag? Yes. Hence getting lost.
It wasn't a chameleon.
The lizard.
What was it?
It was a lizard.
What was your handbag made?
The handbag was made of snake. No, it wasn't.
Whereabouts were you at Blue Peter when you found the lizard in your hand?
No, I wasn't. I was actually in my car, and my handbag was on the passenger seat.
Yeah.
So you opened your bag to get some money out or something?
I was in the multi-storey car park, and I'd stopped, and I just wanted to check that I had my phone.
Right,
and
OK.
So and then I was
you
like...
opened it, and did you go, hello? Hello?
I had a theory that someone put it in as a joke, but I don't know, and I've not...
Oh, the wacky days of Blue Peter.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in the spirit of this game, but it really is true.
I'd like to say I'm not stupid enough to fall for this again. I am. OK, right. David.
Yes?
Just remind us again of your implausible story.
Well, I was on a plane next to Ian, and his fear of flying was such that I had to hold his hand during takeoff and landing.
And where were you going from and to?
I was going from Gatwick to...
That's an airport. Think of another one now.
Corsica.
Gatwick to Corsica? Yeah. And what did he say? Was there any, for want of a better word, foreplay, or did he go straight into the hand?
It was on takeoff. Yeah. He just suddenly he started. What? He started sort of making agitated noises.
Please, can you do the demonstration? I think we all want to see the agitated noises.
No.
Go on.
As I remember it, it was just sort of.
Are you sure that wasn't the engine, David?
Yes, Lee, I'm sure it wasn't the engine.
So basically, he's standing agitated.
Yeah.
Has he grabbed your hand?
Then he grabs my hand.
There's no talking. There's no. Do you mind if he's just gone?
Not at that point, no.
You slag, David Mitchell. And what did you say? Do you mind? I'm a married woman. I mean, what did you do?
I don't think I said anything.
You know why he's grabbed your hand, do you? You know he's
Well,
scared.
I assumed it was... I didn't think it was sexual attraction.
Right.
But it's very sweet of you to leap to that conclusion.
Did either of you have fellow travellers with you?
No. No,
we were both just flying to Corsica.
Yeah.
To see what might happen. See who you meet on the plane, maybe. And this happened again when you came in for landing?
After we became... sort of, when it levelled off, we became fully airborne. That sounds like a virus. He then said, he sort of apologised and said, I'm really sorry, I freak out sometimes on a plane. And I said, oh, you know, not to worry.
I bet that calmed him down.
I once stroked a girl's back while we were having a very difficult re-entry over... we were coming into Heathrow, and I didn't know her, and she was crying, and I just reached out and just stroked her back.
There was a reason why she was crying, wasn't there? The madman behind was stroking her back.
I wasn't behind her. I was like that with her. I was going, hey, it's OK. No, look, it's fine. This is just turbulence. Seriously, this is nothing. This is nothing, honestly. This is normal, really. This bloody hell. Oh, not really. And she was quietly sobbing. I mean, it was quite... I'm BAFTA nominated, I should point that out. So these things do happen.
They definitely happen. There's definitely people getting nervous on flights.
I think we have to deal with Greg's story.
Go on, Greg. Let's have it.
I got drunk with Ian, and later he was arrested wrongly on suspicion of murder.
Thank God that bit's in.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Well, I wasn't really part of it because we both passed out. It was a college ball, and we all drank vast amounts. Particularly Ian and I drank a ridiculous amount, and then both collapsed. The last thing I remember is Ian falling down and him obviously being horribly hurt. And I woke up on a carpet and ran...
That's nice change from the bath.
Not in the bath.
I ran upstairs and he was sitting up in his bed, honestly looking... His face was swollen like a pumpkin. And then he told me that night, when he'd been stumbling about drunk, he'd been arrested for murder because someone with a similar facial wound had murdered someone in the town.
Someone with a similar... Oh, so the facial wound from falling?
Yeah.
And someone with a similar facial wound had murdered somebody else?
Yeah.
That's unlucky. Where was this?
How did they know he wasn't the murderer? What was the defining point in the interview?
He told me that they'd questioned him for hours, and eventually he said to the police, and I think this is a quote, "I'll be honest with you, lads, I could well have done it."
And yet they still let him out before you'd woken up.
It upsets me to think that police respond to double bluffs like that.
And just to be clear, it was proven at the end that he had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Correct.
Right.
Obviously, otherwise he wouldn't be here.
Right.
We never established just why David was going to Corsica.
On his own.
Was it Club 18 to 30 again?
No, it was a holiday. I was going on holiday with a group of friends, but I could only go a day after everyone else.
They made those rules, did they?
Yeah.
So, Lee's team. Is Ian Connie's reptile wrangler, David's frightened flyer, or Greg's suspicious friend? Which one are you going for?
What do we think, Phil?
I quite like Connie.
Well, we all do.
Well, there you go.
Focus, Phil.
Yeah. No, I can imagine a bit of Blue PT. He looks like a chap who might sort of keep lizards. I don't know why.
I'm slightly leaning towards Greg, only because I don't believe David.
I'm inclined to think that Connie's story is true.
Oh, go on then, Connie. If you've suckered these two idiots into it, I'll go along with that.
Ian, would you like to reveal to us your true identity?
My name is Ian. Whilst at college with Greg Davis, we got very drunk one night and was wrongly arrested on suspicion of murder.
When I ran up in the morning, he was sitting upright in bed and his head was 3 times its natural size. And I went, "Oh, my God, mate, are you all right?" And he looked at me like this and went, We've gone too far this time.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you.
See you later, mate. So, Mackenzie Crook, what is Simon to you?
This is Simon, and when I hoaxed my school by burying some treasure, Simon found it and the police were called.
OK, all right. Chris, how do you know Simon?
This is Simon. In a virtual world, we're married.
And finally, David Mitchell, your relationship with Simon.
This is Simon. He has a large tattoo of my face on his knee.
So there we have it. Is Simon Mackenzie's treasure hunter, Chris's cyber spouse, or David's tattooed fan? Lee's team, where would you like to start?
David.
Yes.
How do you know Simon?
I know him because when I was doing a book signing of a comedy book, he came and asked for the book to be signed and also asked me to sign my name underneath the tattoo of my face on his knee.
When you sign the face, is the face normal when the knee is stretched? Or is the face normal when it's not stretched?
Look, it's my face. It's not normal at all.
I need to ask you a question, but you've got to answer this honestly.
Yeah.
When
No,
the...
you don't.
That's the whole point of the game.
OK.
Otherwise we open with,
When the people
is it
from
true?
Would I Lie to You said, we're going to invite on that man who's got a tattoo of your face on his knee, did you say, oh, good, I'd like to see him again?
I am, of course, thrilled to remake the acquaintance of yeah.
Simon! It's Simon! Simon!
Simon.
So I did something, just to digress a little bit, I once got, this is true, backstage after a gig, a woman asked me to sign her bosom. And I went to sign with the pen that she gave me, and the pen didn't work. And without thinking, I went to the other breast and went... It's awful! Mackenzie, how old were you when you buried this treasure?
Maybe 13 or 14.
So what was the treasure?
Diamonds.
What? Whoa. How many
That's got everyone's attention. Diamonds.
Fake diamonds. It was a hoax. So it was,
how many fake diamonds?
Probably 6.
Where did you get all the 6 fake diamonds?
From my sister's jewellery box.
What? And then you rang up the police and hoaxed them into coming down to find some fake diamonds?
No, they were... I put them in a tin, and they were dredged in the school pond. So I knew if I placed it in the pond, it would be found.
And where did he fit into this?
Simon found the tin with the supposed diamonds and a letter that I'd faked.
What did it say on the letter?
It said something along the lines of, these are stolen, smuggled diamonds.
Whoa. So you're telling me that diamonds were found with a letter, you go, these are smuggled diamonds?
Yeah.
And someone went, we better phone the police, this is genuine. Was there a punishment involved?
Nobody ever found out it was me. The police came back and said that they'd analysed the diamonds and they weren't diamonds, and it was obviously a hoax.
So they caught Ronnie Biggs, but they couldn't get you.
Are you happy to move on now?
Yeah. Chris, you're married in a virtual world. Tell us a little bit more about how you met Simon.
Second Life is a virtual world that exists on the internet, secondlife.com, and I'm one of the players. There are various roles that you can play. You invent an avatar for yourself.
And you are?
My avatar is Audrey Hepburn.
Is what?
Audrey Hepburn.
So you're playing the woman in this relationship?
Yes.
Why have you got a second life as a woman?
Well, part of the whole thing is that you can be whatever you want to be, and as I say, a lot of people take it...
Don't start singing I Am What I Am.
I thought, well, I'll change my personality. I'll be Audrey Hepburn, as the Audrey Hepburn happens to be one of my real-life heroines.
Right. And
couldn't do Hepburn because someone had already done it.
And what is Simon's avatar?
He is Simon Bernstein Jr.
Right, and where did you meet him in this virtual world?
Well, when you go on there, you can go to places and then you meet people. They contact you.
A bit like real life, but for sad people.
So his name's Simon and his pretend name is Simon?
Yes, but his real name's Simon Morgan. Presumably, rather like Audrey Hepburn, he couldn't be Simon Morgan because someone had already done that. There were about 20 million people
No,
trying
yeah,
to
but
do
you're
this
not
thing.
Audrey Hepburn.
No, Halpburn.
Yeah, no, but you wanted to... Yes, but he is Simon Morgan, is what
It's like a psychiatrist couch. You are not Audrey Hepburn. I'm not going to tell you again. We went through this last week. You're not Audrey Hepburn. I still haven't established where you met Simon Bernstein Jr.
I met him at a cocktail party.
Yes?
I married him for his money. But I married...
I believe you because when you said you married him for his money, do you see his face? He couldn't help it. He said that.
No, that was the ink on his knees drying.
Right, what are you going to say, Lee? Who do you think it is?
This is a tricky one for me. Victoria, who is he connected with?
If this was a poker game
Yeah.
and I had to make a call, I'd say Mackenzie's the one who's not bluffing.
You're going by body language.
But that's interesting. What is it about his body that tells you he's not bluffing it?
He has a sort of calm...
I know for a fact
readiness
he's under
to-
heavy medication. I don't know if that's...
Looking at it from a different way, Simon is far too geeky for tattoos on his knees, but the Avatar thing, I think, sounds just a bit too plausible. I think it's Mackenzie.
Well, listen, Victoria's a top poker player. She knows body language better than anybody.
So you're saying that it's definitely Mackenzie Crook. You're saying that it's the buried treasure.
Yeah.
OK. Simon, would you like to reveal your true identity?
My name is Simon, and when we were at school together, I discovered Mackenzie's buried treasure.
Everything that Mackenzie said was absolutely true. Simon found the treasure Mackenzie buried at his school. And actually, we can show you the letter. Have a look at this. In this tin, I have placed stolen... You don't mind me doing it with an accent, do you? In this tin, I have placed stolen diamonds.
Oh, you're going to do it with an accent?
I would never claim to have your range as an actor, David. Shall I do posh and repressed or repressed and posh? Well done. Now, thank you very much, Simon, for coming on. How about that? So, Joe, what is Amy to you?
This is my friend Amy, and I grossly offended her when I made a less than perfect sculpture of her head.
Nish, how do you know Amy?
This is my friend Amy. We became friends after I found her asleep in a box of volleyballs.
Finally, David, what is your relationship with Amy?
This is Amy. She is the charity shop worker who sold my shoes whilst I was otherwise engaged trying on a pair of cowboy boots.
Lee, where do you want to start?
Nish, remind us again, Nish.
I found her in a box of volleyballs.
First of all, where were you where there was a box of volleyballs?
I was working at a leisure centre just after I left school.
Right.
And Amy was also working there over the summer between school and uni.
Right.
And they sent me to check on the volleyballs.
Well, just check on the volleyball.
That's a good job from you, bro.
Make sure the volleyballs aren't messing around. Has your manager recently been watching Toy Story?
I believe the technical term was conduct inventory. So I was
Right.
just
You're
trying
supposed
to
to
make
count
sure.
them.
Yeah, you're supposed to count them. And it turned out that what she was doing was because no one really wanted to play volleyball, she'd found the perfect spot to have a mid-work
How
sleep
big
in.
was this box?
It was like woman size.
Could she stretch woman
woman
size?
size. Yeah.
You've heard of a volleyball coffin? That's how they transport volleyballs. Yeah.
So you opened it up and you saw...
A sleeping woman.
Amongst all these volleyballs? How many were there?
I think probably like 35.
You see, you've just said to me that this box was woman-sized. Now, the largest woman I've ever seen is still smaller than 35 volleyballs. I've used this as a chat-up line. If a woman says, oh, I feel a bit fat in this, I'll always go, don't be silly, you're less than 35 volleyballs for me. So did you wake her up?
Yes. And so we became friends because then I would also often have a nap
In the volleyballs?
In the volleyballs.
What was her job supposed... What was she supposed to be doing at the time?
Perhaps she was sent to count the volleyballs earlier. Had become bored by the monotony of the process. The boss kept... I keep sending people to count the volleyballs and they never come back.
working at the leisure centre, Nish, what else did your job demand of you?
Basically, all-round dog's body, so I would work on the front desk sometimes.
I think you said all-round ball games.
So everything except rugby.
Bowls, David.
What?
They're not totally spherical in bowls. That's
Are
why
they not?
That's why they curve.
I would say, colloquially, they're still round, though.
Oh, hello. It's all kicking off at Bridge Club.
All right. Who else would you like to quiz?
OK, Joe, what situation were you in where you were sculpting her head?
I have an office in Birmingham where I live.
That'll do. So, yeah, I totally believe it. I mean, that makes it... You can answer any question you like, I don't mind. You have an office in Birmingham?
Yeah.
But why? Why?
Just to write jokes and be creative in.
So, you went to this office to write jokes...
Yeah.
...and said to your friend, would you like to come along, sit in the corner, and I'll sculpt your head?
I've been looking for a use for all that clay I keep in my office.
Had you just been watching a Lionel Richie video? Hello? Oh. So, did you know how to do this?
No. But, yeah, I thought practice makes perfect, so I called Amy and...
How long did you spend doing it?
Maybe an hour or so.
Weren't you tempted to just make it really soft, get her face, push it into it, then do the back of her head, and then go, well, at least I've got a mould.
You said she was offended by this sculpture.
Yes, she was offended.
What did you end up with?
It didn't look like her.
What did it look like?
It looked more like Ainsley Harriott.
OK. Now, what about David? I'm looking forward to this. What was it you claimed, David?
That Amy is the charity shop worker.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Who sold my shoes
Yes.
whilst I was otherwise engaged trying on a pair of cowboy boots.
Can you talk us through the incident, please?
Well, I was in the charity shop.
Which charity shop?
It was a Marie Curie charity shop near where I live.
OK. So I'm setting the scene before this. You're at home, you're thinking, it's about time I got myself some cowboy boots. I'm not willing to commit to a new pair in case I go off the idea.
Just on the very slightest off chance that they don't turn out to suit me and my personality.
Cowboy boots, I'll be honest with you, don't particularly appeal to me aesthetically.
Wow. That surprises
I don't think
me.
they go with what I like to call my style.
Right. Well, how would you describe that style, David?
I think my style is indescribable.
Oh, no, I could describe it.
I think it's best left undescribed.
OK.
I wasn't sitting at home plotting the purchase of some cowboy boots.
No.
I was pottering around near my house, and I saw the Marie Curie shop, and I saw in the window what looked like a nice selection of second-hand novels.
Right.
And I went in, and it wasn't a nice selection of second-hand novels. It was all Ken Follett crap. But I did notice the array of shoes, and I tend to take my shoes off at home and maybe wear slippers or socks. I don't want this to get too sexy. And so... I
need my inhaler.
So what I vaguely was on the lookout for was a pair of everyday, easy-to-put-on, non-lacing shoes that I could keep by the back door in case I needed to pop into the garden for some gardening.
But you said you'd taken some of your shoes to the charity shop.
I was wearing shoes.
What, you decided to take them off in the shop and hand them to her?
When you go shoe shopping, do you go barefoot? Take you seriously.
No. When I take
Don't
shoes,
keep me waiting.
When I take shoes to the Sue Ryder shop, I choose shoes that I no longer want. I don't wander around and then go, well, do you know what? You can have these if you want. Why would you do that? You take them ready to give.
I wasn't. It was not my plan.
Can I just say, Rob, you're the only person in the whole of the United Kingdom watching this that isn't following this story.
Well, he said he took off his shoes.
Why do you think he took the shoes off?
To try the other one.
To try the cowboy shoes on.
Oh. Right, sorry. Well, David, I owe you an apology. There you are in the shop.
Yeah. I'm in the shop and I spot these cowboy boots, and to me, they look sort of quite loose and easy to slip on.
What length? Not width, length.
I'd say that long.
About that, so they're coming up to just below the knee?
They're not, you know...
How tall are you, Rob? They're not below...
To me, they'd be thigh length.
Can't see over these.
I would say they're, for a cowboy, they're shortish. But
Leather or suede?
But they're not ankle boots.
Leather or suede?
Leather. And with a sort of bit of... I don't know the technical shoe terms, but sort of like a bit of crenellation sort of flapping on them. I'm just going to have to use the terminology of the medieval castle. It's the only way I have of describing it. Anyway, they look
so
like...
you saw them? You saw them?
Yeah, I saw them.
OK.
So I thought, you know, I'll try them on.
Yeah.
But they were slightly harder to get on than I imagined.
People in the shop, I imagine, were going, why is David Mitchell trying on cowboy boots?
The shop wasn't as packed as you're imagining. In fact, I thought myself to be the only customer there.
Right.
I was soon disabused of that notion.
When did you notice that your own shoes had been sold?
I think, well, I remember I walked to the back of the shop in the cowboy boots, restraining an urge to walk like John Wayne. And when I came back towards the shoe area, I noticed that my shoes weren't there.
And did you see who'd bought them?
I didn't, no.
I'm picturing a scene where you walk out the shop and you walk home, and then a few minutes later, a cowboy goes up to the counter and says, "Excuse me, I was just trying on a pair of..." And then behind him a clown, and then a sailor. And this just goes on all day, round and round.
Yeah. David, I don't know you. I've just got to know you today, and I admire you very much. But what I know of you from watching you on TV, the cowboy boots, it's just... I can't buy it. I can't imagine you'd even try them on.
Well, in which case, then you should say that I'm lying.
I might do.
So, we need an answer. Lee's team. Is Amy Joe's miffed model, Nish's sleepy sidekick, or David's sneaky shoe seller?
I'm more inclined to believe Nish myself.
You believe Nish?
Yeah.
Because?
Because, I don't know, I just think Amy and Nish look like they could be really good mates.
Miles, you think?
Well, I was looking at her very closely. While Joe was talking about sculpting her, she looked quite icy about the whole thing.
Wow.
And, of course, she was very offended in the stories, but during David's story, she looked, I mean, understandably baffled.
I think it might be Joe, actually. What do you think?
Well, I'm beginning to think. I mean, it doesn't even matter what I think. I mean, your own... I mean, my job really is to agree with you, Lee. I mean, you are a man...
Are we trying to reenact Dad's Army here?
Do you think that's wise, sir? I think... I think Nish is telling the truth.
You think Nish is telling the truth? You think Nish is telling the truth?
Yeah.
Right, in that case, I'll go with what my team say.
You're saying it's Nish?
No, I'm overruling. I'm going with Joe.
Are you seriously?
I feel it's Joe.
All right. Amy, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Amy and I'm Joe's friend.
This is the sculpture that Joe... Oh, good Lord. This is the sculpture... Get ready for this. You will never, in your lifetime, witness a worse sculpture than this. Poor woman. Yes, Amy is Joe's miffed model. Thank you very much, Amy.